wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My ground repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying.
Scotty on the mic, pen scribbling plays. Zio in the zone, calling highlights and waves. Saturday night, late vibes, we staying awake. HBCU legends, every move they make. Gridiron dreams, under lights they gleam. Crowd roars electric, you can feel the beam. Past clashing, 808 stomping, marching bands hitting, stadium jumping. Late Readz, catch the plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games and all assists deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed. Late Readz, catch the plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games and all assists deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed. Drum major stepping, the rhythm don't miss. Halftime show, crowd moving like this. Zio got the stats, Scotty got the flow. Dropping gems in heat like a trap maestro. Running backs dashing, quarterbacks flashing. HBCU pride, the passion everlasting. Shimmering keys, late night haze. Gator shrimp pass, drift through the maze. Games on the screen, stories untold. Legends in the making, the future unfolds. Late Readz, get your plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games and all these is deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed. Late Readz, get your plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games and all this is deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty. My bad. On this Friday afternoon, that's me. Yeah, that was me. All right. My fault. All right. Listen, you already know what it is. Can't do it without my brother from another. Give it up for my boy, Zoe Phillips.
What up, man?
What's good? Hey, listen, I'm gonna just give y'all the heads up. I got a little nasal congestion. He's still trying to get his voice back from Monday. Might be a little rough one, but we gonna get through it. What's up, Miss Glenn?
Look, if anybody y'all saw me at the stadium last week, y'all know what it was. It's still here from Saturday. Y'all know.
Anyway, whatever. Got my, I got my snot rags. I stay ready. You know what I'm saying? Snot rag, sweat rag, all type of rag for that YPV shirt. Listen, man, we're gonna recap a little bit. Jack State and Alabama State. Zoe hasn't really been able to talk about it other than to his other Jack State partners and homeboys and whatever. And all they doing is dick riding. Oh, yeah, we so great. Whatever. That's what's going on. Oh my God, you guys, you see that or whatever. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna go into week 8 and what's going on at week 8. But before we get into that, all right, listen, the SWAC album is out. The SWAC album is out. What's up?
I got something to say about this too, man.
What?
You should have switched up some of the genres, man.
Should have what?
You should have broadened the genres out a little bit more. We need more variety.
Listen, I was thinking, it's funny you say that because I was thinking more like when I go to these tailgates, it's a lot of blues, it's a lot of those type of vibes. So that's why I went, because to me that matches what I've seen in the SWAC, right? I'm gonna tell you
what you should have did. It would have been dope on the Florida for like FAMU or Bethune did like some Miami bass.
I couldn't find. As great as AI is, they don't do the New Orleans bounce. I was trying to do the New Orleans bounce.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the New Orleans bounce for Who Took the G Away. AI couldn't really keep up. Couldn't find the right rhythm to it. And then I tried to do a Florida style, and they couldn't. It's hard to find those type of rhythms because it's very unique. You know what I'm saying? Like those sounds are really, really, really unique. I would have to get with I have to find a New Orleans beat and all type of stuff.
So you know what that means? Because I'm an IT, so you got all these different versions of AI. So you know how you got Black Twitter?
Yeah.
We're gonna need like a Earl AI for Black folk. We need
Earl,
something like that.
Instead of Suno is like Sonetta. You know what I'm saying? Like
you know
what I'm saying? Like something like that. You know what I'm saying? So where it's all black AI. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't even say trying to get some of the lyrics because I just made an NCAT song. I actually finished it today. And I wanted it to say beat the blacks. It wouldn't. AI was like, that's derogatory. I'm gonna need you to come up with some better lyrics because I'm not saying that, right?
Hey, when we get done, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you a list because it's a ton of different things to use. And different search engines actually have their own version, their title. I'll go over with you so we get off, but it's a deep dive when you get into it. I know most people use Suno, but you can actually do some things if you go to the different segments. At AWS, we have Eva. See his name out there, but it's a lot of different things you can actually use.
So yeah, so he said when you think about it, yeah, AI is and I'm thinking about it. AI was thinking about it, right? So again, but. It's a lot of blues, soulful. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And even the NCAT song is a little. Listen, I'm a slow guy. I like soulful things. So I kind of felt it to my liking because of my ears. But you know what I'm saying? And I think the NCAT song is probably next to the Last Place Love. It's probably It's probably my favorite. It's probably my next favorite. Look, what's your favorite song off the album?
I can't remember because they all sound they kind of sound similar. Most of them all blues. I think it was the one for A&M, I believe.
The Bulldog Dynasty.
But I'm gonna tell you, not to be expletive, but there's one out there, man, for a whole year. I promise you, I listen to this song once a week. I'm gonna tell on myself. I don't care because the song sounds amazingly good. The damn Hawk Tour song.
Hawk Tour? I never heard that.
Yes, you have. You remember when the girl was doing an interview and she was saying Hawk Tour?
Yeah.
Man, you ain't heard the Hawk Tour song? Man, I listen to that song once a week. Bro, the song go hard, man. It's graphic, but I listen to it once a week though.
No, I haven't heard that joint. I remember the interview. I just never heard the song.
Well, the song go hard, bro. Look, reason know what I'm talking about too. The song go hard though. I probably when you hear it, you be like, damn.
Who sings it?
It's AI. So it's a made up artist.
Oh, it's the AI joint. Oh, okay. Oh,
It's a made up song.
shout out to AI. Also, listen, still going, still giving. HBCU Live, our game, our way. Listen, man, it's over 150 you Bama's, probably like 100 y'all on here, 50 on y'all on Twitter, something like that. Listen, man, looking for 200 people to give $100 or 200 people to give $50. But we're just trying to raise money for a college game day style game to bring it live on campus. If it's this year or next year, we got about $2,200. So we're still in that process to raise money, get it going. Listen, homecoming season's almost over, so money should be in the pocket. All right, money should be in the pocket. Go ahead and support. The links are in the description below for the GoFundMe, as well as the Apple Music, Amazon Music, and Spotify. All those links are also in the description below as well if you want to go get the album. I should be dropping the NCAT song either Sunday or Monday. I got it done now. I can do a sneak preview. You want to do a sneak preview, Joe?
Go ahead. They losing every damn thing goes anyway.
Let me see. I don't know if I can. Let me see how I can do this.
I just sent you the song too, by the way.
Oh, the Hot Tour song? Let me see. Because you got this damn Apple. Because I can't pull it. Like if you had iPhone, I could pull it to my computer. But since you don't,
man, you want to sit there, man? Why do you have an iPhone?
Why do you have an Android, sir?
It's the best thing ever,
sir.
The best thing ever, because you can only get music from the Apple Store.
No, you can get it from Spotify.
Case in point, you can't download that online.
Yes, I can. In the files, I put it in my files.
Mm-hmm. You gotta do this whole workaround to download. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You said I couldn't do it. I tell you I can't.
I mean, on my phone, I could just go and do. There it is playing. You can't do that.
All right, let me just share my window. Hopefully you guys can. If I share, I can. I know how to do it. Okay, I can just add it to my browser. Let me see here.
Y'all forgive me if you hear a whole bunch. It's homecoming out here too. They out here riding 4-wheelers and shit.
Again, let me. This is a sneak preview of the Aggies. It's called Aggie Blues, right?
They got them.
It's called Aggie Blues, right? So here it is.
Aggies, why can't we get right?
Dramatics.
Year after year, the pain, the fight. We used to shine, used to stand tall. Now we're lost, trying not to fall. I see the field, it's cold tonight. The stands half empty, no end in sight. We had the heart, we had the pride, but somewhere we lost the fight inside.
I hear the cheers, they're fading low. The echoes fade where we used to glow. Our blue and gold has lost its flame. Oh, Aggies, who do we blame? Was it the time? Was it the change? Was it the dream that slipped out of rain? Blue and gold blues, it's all we feel. Every loss cuts deeper, it's so unreal.
Yeah, that is.
Hold on, before you say anything, I got 3 points to make.
Go ahead.
First things first, that'll be a hell of a slowed down sample. When it first came on, I'm thinking, slow it down. I hear Jeezy all on it. Swear to God. First thing. Second thing, let me give it this dude sound good as fuck. But the third thing, you about 3 weeks too late for this. Because let me tell you, people watch this. You want to talk about a serious troll job? Let this be 2 weeks ago. South Carolina State Band heard this shit and played at the goddamn game. For G-Ho. Now tell me that wouldn't have been cold.
That would have been epic. That would have been epic. That would have been epic.
Tell me that wouldn't have been cold, dog.
Yeah. That would have been epic. I gotta let it. I'm gonna go to the part where the beat flip, dog. When the beat flip, oh my god, like.
That sounds good though.
I tried.
But when it first came on, I'm like, damn, heavy, like stand-up bass. And I'm like, boy, slow this down. Let's be a hell if I slow down soul sample. I hear Jeezy on it all day long.
Yeah, it's tough. Let me get to. I gotta get to the flip of the beat. It's so sick.
We fight, we cry, but we don't see the glory. We lost the agony. Dream rivalry burns, centuries on fire. The flags wave higher, the spirit's higher. I can't stand the sight, it breaks my soul.
How we lose control.
Rivalry burns, centuries on fire. The flags wave higher, the spirit's higher.
Aggies, why can't we get right? I see the blue and gold, but it don't shine so bright. Our hearts break under them Friday night lights, and every time we face Central, we lose a fight.
Damn.
I remember when the field was ours.
Damn. Damn.
AJ Aggies. We get right. Hey, listen, I be doing my thing, bro.
That's a low blow, bro. That's a low blow. God damn.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Ooh.
It just gets better from there, though. It really does. It gets better.
Hey, it sounds good though. No cap. It sounds good. I like it. I can ride to that.
Yeah. And that's what it said. He said, boy, it sounded like 645 in there and top down. You riding on the highway, that windows down. Yeah.
Hey, cause when you got the blues, you listen to the blues. And they got some blues, dog.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna play you one that I really wanted, but it didn't come out the way it came out good, but it didn't come out all the way like I wanted it. Because again, I'm an old school guy, and
How old school we talking?
Like I'm talking about like 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an old school guy. Like I just love old school music, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
let me download the video so I can play it. I thought this was the one, and then I kind of, so what I did. So what you hear is actually two. It's hard to tell. It's 3 different songs mashed up into one.
Okay.
So 3 different AI songs, and then I had to chop them up to make it all work, and you get the style that you get. But I
was enjoying missing today.
Let me see. So this is like super old school, but this was the style I was originally going for.
Doggies. Why can't we get right? I'm tired of Central beating us. Every year it's the same story. We work hard, we fight, we fall, but man.
You said what?
I see what they did. Just in that little part right there, you can hear 3 different songs. I'm gonna tell you what you hear. You can hear If You Don't Know Me By Now.
Yeah.
You can hear play it over again. I had hit him. Stop.
Yeah, my bad.
First part right there. Fire and Desire. Rick James, Tina Marie. You can hear it when the drum break first came in.
Why can't we get right?
And I hear some Manhattans in there.
Central beating us.
Dog.
And I hear some Manhattans in there too.
You are so fucking on point. So in my prompt, I said I wanna in the rain, Go Outside in the Rain. I wanted what's the Fire and Desire. That's how you get the male monologue, right? And then I wanted Barry a deep voice. So I said I wanted like a Barry White deep voice in the. So yeah, I was like, oh, you're pretty. You're damn.
So let me tell you, I'm a music nerd too, by the way. I didn't even tell you, but my anybody who's here in Jackson, my uncle, my mom's brother who just passed away, he had BIP Records at Business Record Shop. James Earl Bennett, my uncle's my mom's brother. So he actually wrote and produced Ken Spiritual's first hit. I'm Just a Mississippi Boy.
No.
I don't know if you ever heard it. He wrote and produced that. I'm a music nerd, but I'll listen. Yeah, but go ahead. I hear that clear as day.
Every year it's the same story. We work hard, we fight, we fall, but man, I can't stop loving this team. There's a field where dreams go to die. Under Carolina's grayest sky. Bleachers scream, but hearts grow cold. We carry pride that's bruised and old. How long can a heart keep on believing? How long when every season feels like grieving? Oh, Aggies, why? Why can't we fly? Why can't we fly? Every snap, every play feels like goodbye. Oh, Aggies, why? Why can't we win? Why can't we win? The fight is ours, but the score's with them. Gold helmet.
So that's
So yeah, so I'm gonna tell you something. This is more the Manhattans because back then the shift in R&B, this sounds more like quartet style, and where you hear because the lead singer a pronounced background vocal because the dramatics changed that because you had 5 leads on one group.
Yeah.
That's when it started to change, and the spinners it started to change then.
I love the spinners.
So this is more traditional quartet style, one lead with a strong background presence.
So when you hear like why is it like I'm an old school type, like I love that type of music, right? So last one, I couldn't think of anything for Bethune, so I was trying to come up with some stuff today, and this is one of my this is my era. I love this era.
Oh, little Bill, he's got the plan. Struts the field like a mighty man with a whistle blow and a pointed hand. He's the king of the game. Understand, oh, little Bill,
More 60s.
got that swag, got that thrill. When he calls the shots, the crowd stands still. Bethune-Cookman loves Little Bill. He's got the bill.
You went back on this one.
He's got plays that dazzle, move so sly.
Yeah, so that
You would have got a different feel on this whole song if you did the same thing and used Take 6 instead of who you use. This right here is more 60s. This is more doo-wop.
yeah. So I added.
What is
So my prompt was give me a 50s, 60s vibe of like Frankie Lyman and Teenagers and stuff like that. Like I
Believe it or not, you know who you really heard when the music came on though?
Who?
Style wise, Sam Cooke.
Really.
Mhm.
So yep, just a little. She said, "Ooh, Take 6." Yeah.
I'm telling look. I just because I know you're doing this now, I got you tomorrow. You're gonna be like, I ain't thinking about this. Oh yeah, do this. I got you tomorrow, though.
Oh, that's the vibes I've been going on. But again, it's so when you say like it needs a bit more variety, right? So my variety is like from like 80s to like 90s R&B to like straight back. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all what I listen to. So that's why it all I really only got into blues really recently. Like hanging around Jackson State and hearing some of King George and stuff. Like I really wasn't into that stuff until I started hearing King George, and my uncle loves the Get on the Good Foot, whoever that is. Bear, something Bear or whatever, Papa Bear, Frankie Bear.
Man, listen, let me put you on some Sir Charles. There's a lot of artists out there.
Yeah,
it's a lot of artists out there. But I got you tomorrow. I got you tomorrow. So I know what you're trying to do. I got you tomorrow, dog.
I got you. All right, let's get into it. Fact or cap, right? Tremaine Jackson, who has Prairie View top of the SWAC West in his first season, is being eyed for the FBS job to possibly replace a recently fired head coach. Now, when I mean fact or cap, do you actually believe he can get the job? Or is it just checking the Big Pokey? That's his name, Big Pokey. Or do you believe they're just trying to check the box of we interviewed a black man? I can still hear you, by the way.
I'm gonna say fact. The reason why I don't think it's a box for just a black guy in because he can make a play for an extension. He's in year one, so it can't be that angle, right?
Yeah.
And so I think, and I'm gonna tell you why I give it some legitimacy to it, because the one thing that we don't know in this story is that we don't know who he's connected to or who is connected to him
at UAB. Yeah.
At UAB or agent wise.
Okay.
So, because there are things that be going on behind the scenes that we do not know. But I tell you one damn thing. If there is some legitimacy to this, if you Prairie View, I hope for your sake he don't win and it's real. Because if you win, if it's true, every win is going to heighten this even more.
That's facts.
And so if he does, for an example, let's say they went out and made the SWAC championship game, got a good record. Okay, if he leaves, then what? Where you going to be? Because you ain't, hold on. God damn it, I'm going to say it because you ain't going to win the goddamn SWAC championship game. So you get there, you lose, then what? You right back where you started. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't want to say you found one Tremaine, you can find another one, but I mean, you can go find another D2 head coach. Not saying it'll be as successful as, Tremaine year one, but I do think a lot of his, if I'm being honest, I do believe that his schedule helped dictate, outside of Texas Southern being your first game, which is a conference game, his schedule has been relatively easy. And I said, we said that in the beginning, like this was a great year for a direct line, and the SWAC West was already weak. So it didn't take much for him. I'm not disparaging anything he's done, because you still got to go out and do it. You know what I'm saying? You still got to go out and win the games or whatever. But beating Texas Southern the way he did kind of propelled his season to go the way that it's going. You know what I'm saying? So,
Scotty, look, for him to look, okay, we can't look at this season. We have to give this context. If we go to last season, just think about this. I go from Valdosta State making whatever I was making.
Is she supposed to be at a concert?
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow.
What's up, amigo?
We got to give it context, right? Just think.
Yeah.
This time last year, you're in D2 Valdosta State. If you telling me, and this is no feeling tied to it whatsoever, I can take 1 year as a stopgap to go to Division I FCS, knowing that I have great success in 1 year and can parlay that to go into the FBS level, and literally in out of 1 full year,
deuces,
I can almost basically triple my salary. You think he's not gonna turn it down? I don't. You, look, see, here's the thing. He's from Texas, but he's a Texas Southern alum.
Yeah,
Doesn't have any There are no ties. There's nothing buying him down, tying him down to Prairie View. Let's just keep it a buck. Now, if he was an alum, I'll probably sit there and say, you know what, he may, because he just got there, really, really want to win that thing there, and then segue. Because if he can get an opportunity at UAB, if he keeps winning, I can assure you he can get another one, right? That's why I would legitimately feel that way. But Scotty, to go from D2 in 1 year and then turn around and I can parlay it to a UAB job, brand new stadium, and they gonna pay me, bro. He not staying there. None of us would. None of us would. Outside of being an alum, that would stay, and even some of them will leave. Let's keep it a buck. But some would stay. Some would stay. Man, that dude's not gonna turn down no high 6-figure a year job. What was Trent Dilfer making? I'm willing to bet you he was probably making about 700,000.
He probably was making about 500,000 or 600,000.
And I'm willing to bet you, because watch this, he would have leverage off the job because I'm winning. Went to a national championship. Trent Dilfer was the first-time head coach. Tremaine Jackson's resume is deeper than Trent Dilfer's. He could sit there and say, "Hey, I'll leave for $750,000."
Shit, he was making $1.3 million a year.
Voila. So if Tremaine say, "Hey, you're gonna pay me $1.75 million to come there," I'll leave. See what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, he's making $1.3 million a year at UAB. Yeah, that's crazy. That I didn't know he was making like that.
I could go from making a shade over 100,000 at Valdosta to whatever I'm making at PV to transitioning that to a little over $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, and Zoe, let's be very clear. There's no lose in this situation. Why? Because you go there for 4 years, you lose. Let's say you lose for 4 years. HBCUs are going to take you back because of your success at PV. They'll overlook that and say, okay, he didn't pan out there, but if a job comes open in this, he gets fired from UAB, and he can happily come back to the SWAC.
Scotty, we forgot. We almost, God damn it, we forgot another outlier. Shame on me and you both. We can't sit here and act like we got something working in our favor. You know what that is?
What's up?
Willie Simmons.
Yeah, the FIU. Yeah, and he's winning too.
And that's my point. He's winning.
Winning. Now, and somebody brought this up, and I'm not going to, I thought the same thing. Why would I not interview TC first? Why would I not reach out to TC?
Because that ain't what we doing.
No, I'm just, no, seriously. Listen, I know.
I'm being messy.
No, I know, and I know you wouldn't want your guy to leave, but I'm saying, like, why skip over him, and he's had the most success, and go, again, like you said, his agent, that could be a part of it. That could be a play to it. But why wouldn't they reach out if they're looking at a guy like that? Why not reach out to a TC Taylor?
Well, it could be, honestly, it could be a lot of different variables. Everything isn't. I know people think everything comes down to wins and losses. That's the majority of it, but it comes down to fit. What you're looking for, and relationships matter. That's the thing that we don't know when you're not behind the scenes and in these rooms. It's all about relationships. And you got to remember, where was Tremaine at before he got in the HBCU space? He was coaching at PWIs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's relationships and who you meet on the coaching circuit. That's not to say that TC doesn't have relationships, because I know that he does, right? It's not that. But again, you don't know who and how they're connected to each other. So, that's the thing. And, again, Valdosta State, a lot of you guys may not know, but it's a powerhouse. And I'm not just talking about on the field. It's a long-standing powerhouse too.
And I want to be very clear. A lot of coaches have come through there, and
yes, sir,
been like a rites of passage to get to other PWI jobs.
Yes.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the head coach of Georgia coached at Valdosta State.
Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? So it is a pipe. I know it sounds weird to say a Division II school is a pipeline to a PWI job, but it has been a pipeline to get jobs from there previously as well. So, but listen, if you have a chance to go get Skip Holtz from the Birmingham, Alabama, like the Birmingham Stallions, I like that dude. He's a winner. He's a straight up winner. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I think the fan base that he's built behind the Birmingham Stallions, he could bring that to UAB, which I think is also beneficial.
Also, Skip Holtz is the son of Lou Holtz, who's been in college football all his life. He had great success at Louisiana Tech toward the end till he got let go. But when he first got there, he was having success there. I forgot where he was before he was at Louisiana Tech. He was winning there as well.
So, and Blue says they should hire Kerwin Bell just so they can get the QB from Western Carolina.
Kerwin Bell, that sounds familiar. That's a football player somewhere. I'm drawing a blank.
Kerwin Bell is the head coach at Western Carolina.
No, I know, but he played ball somewhere. That sound is ringing the bell. Blue, where Kerwin Bell play at?
TC probably. Right. While Blue's getting that, the boy wonder. Let's get into it. Western Kentucky, they said. Western Kentucky. 34-38. Listen, we've talked about this game ad nauseum. I'm gonna leave the floor to Zoe. He hasn't had the time to speak to the masses as he would like to. So, Zoe, go ahead. This is your moment.
Look, man, I'm just not starting to get my voice back because I was hollering all the last fourth quarter. But I mean, great game, great atmosphere, great game. This was the livest the vet has been in quite some time. I would venture to say this is the best the vet has looked in game during the game, probably since the Southern game back in 2010. That's what I thought. Okay, appreciate that, Blue. But it was a good game. It lived up to what it should have been. Kudos to Andrew Body. He really played a magnificent game. I'm gonna get to what we talked about earlier in a different way too, Scotty. But Body played a damn good game. But it was actually what everybody perceived it would be. Even if you're the most staunch Alabama State fan, it lived up to what you thought. This is not saying who I think was going to win, but I'm saying the way the game would go, the way it would play out. Yeah. And that was great talent against a great team. And that's what actually played out. If you look at Jackson State and you look at everything that you wanted to see to contain Alabama State to win the game, by all accounts, you got that. Outside of Andrew Body pulling on some histrionics and, making some great big plays, but that was to be expected. Because outside of Andrew Body, there wasn't much that Alabama State really gave. They didn't give any resistance on defense, being that Jack State didn't punt the whole entire game. But Alabama State, they let some opportunities get away. I talked about that. I think Body had, on 3 separate occasions, some wide open guys for huge plays had he seen them, but he just didn't. But it went like you would expect it to be. I'm not saying it's the outcome, right? You expected Body to put on a great performance. You expect to see some fireworks. You expect to see Jack State run the ball. You expect to see Jack State make some defensive plays, and it showed. I mean, Body hadn't thrown an interception all year, threw one late. That was a really, really big turning point in that game. But it lived up to what it was. It was held as the game of the year, and that's what it ended up being. Sucks for Alabama State having that Turkey Day Classic, because if not, you kind of want to see them get in the playoffs. I still think it'd be a tough road to hoe. Because Alabama State would need for a good Alabama A&M with a good record. They need some good wins to get in the playoffs. But I think just because Body has the name, they probably would have made a reprieve to get them in there. I would have loved to have seen them make it. But being they have the Turkey Day Classic, it's not going to happen. But, again, thrilling game. I love the fact of how TC was, and he realized it too. He's been very complimentary, not just Alabama State, but of Eddie Robinson. And I got to tell you, man, kudos to him too, because for a coach to not have any experience to come in and do what he's done at Alabama State. Now, I will say going forward, he does have a bit of a stigma to him now, and that is winning a big game. But that's one of those things where he could be a great head coach that probably let too many big games get away from him, Scotty. But all he got to do is turn around and win and get one or two. Because if not, he's going to end up looking like, oh, boy, they just got let go at Penn State. James Franklin.
That's a great analogy. And let me say this. I had a discussion with a couple people offline. I think Eddie Robinson is snake bitten, and I'm gonna tell you why. And people might not like this, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think it's because of how he got the job. If you know how he got the job, it's karma, right? He was on the committee. He was on the hiring committee for the head coach. He disparaged everybody as the head coach and volunteered himself for the job. That's how it went down. So he talked bad about everybody to get the job and said, I can do the job. And now he's in the job. And if you think, I just want people to, when I say it's karma, I just need you to look at the 4 years he's been there. The first year, defense was never a problem. It was quarterback. The second year, defense was not a problem. It was quarterback. Third year, defense not a problem. It was quarterback. Fourth year, you get the quarterback, and so what happens to be the problem?
Defense.
He's snake bitten. He is snake bitten, and I'm telling you, it is karma. That is true karma. That's all I'm saying. And see, Alabama State's in this weird place because he's not bad enough for you to fire him, and he's not good enough to win the big game. So you're in that in-between space to where you're competitive every year, and you're just hoping that you get over the hump. But to me, that 1 yard line just solidifies what Eddie Robinson's coaching career has been at Alabama State, of just being snake bitten and just having, and somebody, a friend of mine said he has possum luck. It's like you get all the way over and you touch the stripe and you think you're about to cross over and you get clipped. Boop, and you die. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but that's what it is. And that's where he's at right now. And, you know, again, I agree. I do agree with you to go from no coaching to do what he's doing. I think that also, to me, so that also shows to me how bad the coaching is in the SWAC. That a guy who has not coached at any point in time can come in and really only lose to 2 teams, Jackson and FAM. And that was with Willie. You see what I'm saying? So I think they lost last year, but that half of that was Willie's team too, right? So it's just those weird type of vibes. I think he lost to Southern too, maybe. But
you know what? I'll say this, and I mean this in what I'm about to say. I think this Jackson State team, going with Eddie Robinson, Andrew Body, the whole thing, I think, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I think if this is earlier, if this was an inexperienced Jacobian, I think they possibly lose this game. Because I think what you saw on offense from Jackson State was, you know, senior Latin offense, continuity, because that's the thing that Jacoby, remember I talked about the intangibles, like those are the things that I think separated on offense for them to win. Because again, it wasn't a great, like, high-powered performance. I know we put up 400 yards, but from a passing standpoint, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like it was gaudy numbers, you know.
Yeah,
but it was good headed decisions. But that spoke to experience, you know what I mean, and intangibles. And I think if you don't have that in this game, I think that lends to them winning. Because on the flip side, if I go to Alabama State, as great as Body was, Eddie Robinson hasn't had that kind of victory. Chris Barnett, you see what I'm saying, hasn't had it since he's been at Alabama State.
Yeah.
And then as a team, they haven't won that type of game.
You're right.
And I think that's just an intangible. And I think that was the sole reason why they may have actually lost their game. Because I actually spoke to that as why I think Jackson State will win. It's those intangibles. People tend to gloss over them. But I think if you have a Jacoby Morgan in the same position as Body, you know what I'm saying, I think Body wins that game. I do. So
essentially, if Body played last year and then they had a whole year of him to understand the team and what it is, Barnett had a whole year to understand what Body.
You probably have a different outcome for sure.
You probably have a different outcome. That's fair. No, that's a fair assessment. And to me, I don't know, man. I just, you know, at the end of the day, you can't. Listen, is it a classic game? Absolutely. Is this one and you go back and like, man, I remember that game. I remember what that was. But to me, it just, I just keep going back to Eddie Rob, man. Like, to me, like, you probably will never get back to this position. You get what I'm saying? Because if we're being honest, Andrew shouldn't be on this team next year.
You know what? That's a tough. I'm gonna tell you something. You just said a mouthful. Then that really is a tough thing to grasp. Most people don't really grasp that concept, Scotty, because the mass of us aren't playing on the field. We're spectators. We're gonna be there next year. and the year after that, and the year after that, right? I don't think people really think about that, what you just stated. That's a really big thing. But because I'm going to tell you something, and we can go ahead and get into the last play, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I'm cut down the middle. Well, no, let me take that back. I'm not cut down the middle. I'm going to say this. I don't agree, if it's me, I don't agree with the play call, but I'll say this. For example, if I'm an OC, I don't hate the play. I don't hate the call. I hate the call where it was. But I'm going to also say this, because the normal thing I think we always say is, I don't have a problem running speed option on the goal line. I don't. I just will run it to the wide side of the field. But here's my thing. That play still could have worked as called. It really could have. The thing everybody keeps talking about is Ashton Taylor. Ashton Taylor just made the tackle. Ashton Taylor wasn't the thing they wrecked the play. It was Ivory.
It's the D-line.
It was Ivory. Because, watch this. I want you to hear me good and clear. Scott, they still could have scored. If Ivory does not do what he does, it's a bang-bang thing. Because if Body hits the line, he got an option to keep it or pitch it. And now it's on Ashton Taylor to make a play. You see what I'm saying? So I get what everybody's saying. It's like I'm splitting hairs here. Ivory is the one that changes everything right here on this play. Everything. So my thing is, I agree with you. Me being me, if I'm playing Madden right now, I'm just keeping it a buck.
NCAA. You guys.
Well, if I'm playing NCAA, I'm not running that to that side of the field. But could I run a speed option to the wide side of the field? Yes, I can, for one reason only. Well, two reasons. It's more room for me to operate, but I got three receivers. If one of them happen to drift off and I can do a jump pass to him, I can do that. This is not to give understanding to say he made a great call. I'm not doing that. I'm not defending the OC. What I am saying is that I'm old school. Every play works if it's executed. I want y'all to hear me good. Zoe Phillips playing Madden. I'm not running the speed option to the short side of the field. But Zoe Phillips playing Madden, NCAA, I would run a speed option to the wide side of the field. I would. But not to the short side of the field. I would. But the thing is, I want to say this clearly. Whenever we see something and it don't work, it's horrible. Nobody is saying it's a horrible call if he gets in. Now, you know what they'll say if it works?
Great call.
Man, I'm not going to say they're going to say great play. They're going to say, boy, he got some balls.
Yeah, you're right.
They're going to be like, he got some balls to call that. Yeah. No, I don't think a lot of people going to say great call, because I still think a lot of people say, why run to the short side of the field? I really do.
I agree.
But they're going to say he got some balls.
So I talked to Coach Cole, and Coach Cole says Body takes a bad angle, right? Because how he's not supposed to go left to right. He's supposed to go down to he's supposed to attack Quincy Ivory's inside shoulder.
Inside hip.
His inside hip, to make him squeeze down so it keeps the proportion for the running back and the thing. This is my only issue with what Coach Cole is saying. Ashton Taylor still doesn't have anybody to worry about other than the big man.
It's still a one-on-one play at that point. You're absolutely right.
And again, the boundary is another defender. So Ashton only has to cover about 10 yards.
It is. And Ashton doesn't have to have a great angle to get him because of the sideline. But again, he can still get juked out. I mean, anything can happen, because the only reason why the tackle looks the way that it does is because of how Andrew throws it to him. That's the only reason why it looked the way it did. See, he still got his head to him. When he turns around, it's one step and bang. You see what I'm saying? So my point is, Ivory is the one who makes the play. It's not Ashton to make the tackle. And literally, when he actually gets him, he's almost literally one step and they're out of bounds, Scotty.
Yeah.
So Ivory is the one who makes that play. But again, we're speaking after the fact. Also, I want to say this too, Scott, and I'm going to let you have it. The way Andrew moved in that play goes back to what I told you earlier. I think, it's my opinion, I think it speaks to not being in this position enough and having success. Because I think on this play, they pressed a little bit. I think they pressed a little bit on this play. Ashton Taylor didn't. I think that's the main difference outside of the play call.
The thing, and I agree with you in the sense of he hasn't been in these moments a lot. I will agree with you on that, but it's the thing about a coordinator, and you see it with TC and Jacobian. I gotta trust you, right? I gotta have trust in you, and you gotta have trust in me that you know you're gonna put me in the best position to the best position possible. And I think that's why my grade for this is a D, because I don't think he put Body in this team in the best position possible. The best position possible. And I reached out to somebody on the Jack State staff, on the football staff. He said, we expected a run pass option, not an option. You get what I'm saying? Because
for sure.
That to me is, if you only give Body one option, I think that just limits who he is. And for me, it should have been a pass run option, either RPO with two running backs, or an RPO with a throw, RPO with a go, RPO with a keep, something to where if he didn't have the run, he could always throw the ball. And I think that's why I gave it the grade that I gave it, because he didn't allow Body to do a two-way go. And that's
you just told the outcome of the game. What did I just say earlier? I want you to watch this. Listen to what you just said. So watch this. The last play of the game for Jackson State. Intangibles, right? Trust, like you just said. Jacobian comes to the sideline. I got a play call. I saw something. This is going to work. It's coming from the quarterback. TC says, okay, go with it. Run the play, get the touchdown. Fast forward to Alabama State. It's nothing like that. See the difference? And you just said that. So I'm not going to say there's no trust there, but it's like, how we say, I see better than I hear. If you're looking at it on the surface, then it'll look like what? I don't really have total confidence or trust in this. Because guess what? Why wasn't it a thing where Andrew could have said, Coach, I got a play call. I got us here. Because think about it. If there's nobody on that team, we're not even in position for this game.
Okay.
So,
go ahead. Finish your point.
No, do you get what I'm saying? Like, without anybody, they're not even in position in this game. So I feel like at that point, it should have been a thing where Andrew should have been like, hey, I got some. Let's roll this. Either it's going to be this or I got this. And we're going to live or die with you.
And again, I want to be very clear. Even though what Zoe is saying is what a relationship with an OC would look like, but you don't know who the OC is, and you don't know if he has an ego. You don't know how he is as a man. So what I'm saying to you is this: it doesn't matter what Andrew could have said. If this OC has an ego, there's nothing Andrew could have ran over and said that, hey, I want to run this. And he's going to say, what, Zoe? No, we're going to run this. Because he wants to do it his way. And again, I'm not saying Andrew did that. I'm not saying Barnett did that. All I'm saying is we don't know the conversation.
Yes, we don't.
How it went down. All we know is that this was the result of whatever was talked about at timeout. And I'm gonna keep it 360. If Andrew agreed to this and didn't speak up against it, if Barnett didn't allow, everybody's wrong. I do not care, because when Coach Cole, when I sent this video to Coach Cole and I asked him, he said, well, it looks like they don't run this play a lot. That means this is the wrong play to run.
Man.
I don't give a damn what he said. After Coach Cole told me, he said, this is a great call. Andrew's supposed to do this and he's supposed to do this. But the way they ran it doesn't look like they run it a lot. That tells me this is not the call. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. No ifs and buts about it, because any coach that I've talked to, OC, offense coordinator, head coach, they said this is a money play. This is a play you've ran 100 times. You can do it in your sleep, and everybody knows what to do. If you're telling me it didn't look like they knew what they were doing, this is the wrong play to call. Point blank.
Scott, do me a favor. Rewind to the formation. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm on the 50. Look at the defensive formation. Now, I can't tell how it was on the screen, whether it's bigger this or not. But bro, do you understand? Like, so just for y'all in there, the JSU defender right there, he's actually guarding the wide receiver that's standing straight up. I know it looks deceptive on the screen right here.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he's on the inside guy.
he's on the inside guy that's standing straight up.
Yeah, that's Jalen.
But what's so crazy is we were talking about it. That first receiver on the line, man, he could have ran a slant, and this guy that's in the slot could have actually came behind him and ran an out route that's wide open.
I thought that's what they were going to do. I thought that because they ran that play before against Bethune. I thought that's what they were going to do, but they didn't do it.
So here's the thing, too. On that drive, on this whole last drive, well, Alabama State actually started the beginning of the third quarter. I was actually talking to someone in the crowd. I was like, they found something that they feel good with. It was the very first time they went no huddle. And so they did it for the purpose of, because Jackson State was dominating the line of scrimmage, but we kept rotating guys in and out. So the best thing to do is to get, let me exhaust some guys. And so what happened was they went no huddle and they scored on it. And I said, oh, they found something. And so if you go back to the last two possessions that they had in the end of the game, that's what they went with, Scotty, and it was working for them. But then you get this play, you get a timeout, and then you run a play that kind of went against everything that you were doing beforehand. So and what we've known in the SWAC too, when you got a quarterback like Body, it's like the ball's in your hand. Either you're gonna run it or you're gonna throw it. But again, this is not to go against the OC. Again, I would not have called this play, but I will say because I'm old school, whatever you run will work if it's executed. And it wasn't. But again, I wouldn't have run it to that short side of the field. I'm not against running that play to the wide side of the field, because even if I call an option, I still got the possibility of throwing it if I got a man wide open. And again, too, I think people will feel better, Scotty. Let's say if they run that play to the wide side of the field, Body keeps it. If Body gets tackled on the 1 yard line, I guarantee you more people will live with it.
Yeah. You would have been like, that's your best play, but all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It would have been one of those, like, that's your best play, I guess. And even, okay, and they did. He's right. They did have, and if you look at they have the leverage. Like, if you look at it, Alabama State has the leverage. Q is playing a wide 9. Like, there's nobody, there's 1-3 tech, and then there's a linebacker, right? So you have the numbers. You got the head. I think they're either in the inside shade of the center or head up on that center. They got the 3 tech, and then they got the wide 9, which Quincy's in. I'm
gonna tell you something. That strong side, that didn't mean anything, because if you look at the bottom pass rusher, the bottom pass rusher wasn't doing anything to Body in regards to dropping it back on the pass, because he was breaking free all goddamn game long. So I don't have the idea that he's actually going to tackle him behind the backfield now. Body was shaking the first defender all game long. So again, and if that defender misses, Scotty, just visualize this bottom end rusher missing. Look what's open all over here in the flat. Between where he is and the defender. And you got one linebacker in number grass.
See, my thing was, the thing is, if you put this running back on the right side of Body, and you send this running back on a flare, this DN or Ashton has to go with the running back. And
the middle of the field is wide open.
I'll take one-on-one with Quincy. With Andrew, I'll take one-on-one, right? So to me, you could have ran a fake here. I fake the pass and let Body get out to the short side, and it's one-on-one against him and Quincy, because Ashton's going to go with the running back, and I'll take that. I would have took that. Just make them miss, and we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It's just to me, I just think there's better play calls in that situation than that. But I would have preferred a pass. With this bunch formation down here, I would have preferred that Jalen Jones would have started in the slot right here, like splitting the difference between this DN and the corner, and then motioning out, and then coming back underneath for the slant, right? So he goes out, they hike it, he comes back underneath for the slant, and then I live with that. I'm
gonna be honest. I love the formation. I if it's me, especially going to, you know what I'm saying, you got the But the boundary is, I like the formation. I just would have ran something different. I would have actually did play action to the running back. And I'm telling you, and I'm doing that because Ashton Taylor's going to bite with him running the ball. And then I'm literally pulling body out right side of the field. And again, it's run pass option. I'm either running it or I'm dumping something back to the middle of the field for a touchdown.
The running now, if you're doing that, the running back has to be on your right hand side because body has.
He is.
Yeah, he has to have eyes on that DN. And I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at that. So not like if you do this to the short side, right, and you fake the pitch and let body go, because I don't know, him and Taylor one-on-one, that's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. Tim and Taylor in the gap.
Hey, Jay Shaw, Scott, I'm sorry. A buck sweep ain't gonna get that. Running back got blue. Go back and watch the game. Their running backs really weren't great in pass coverage. They, from what I'm seeing, they didn't do good blocking. If you think Body's gonna live behind that running back right there, look at Body, look at that running back. I'm not doing that because Ivory coming straight through, and Ivory's liable to destroy that damn running back. And then again, you still got Ashton Taylor at this point getting because he was on the B line. And if it's anything like that, man, he coming, it's one-on-one, but it's further back. It's further back. I'd rather him meet Ashton Taylor on the 2 to 1 yard line than on the 4 yard line.
See, this is the weird thing about this crack toss with the new college rules. What's considered blindside and what's not considered blindside. But I wouldn't have been too mad at that. Like, you motion the receiver down and he takes out Quincy, and then you do the speed option on the.
Well, the crackback block isn't a problem because, Scotty, guess what? If they call it, the game can end on a penalty.
Yeah, no. Again, but then, I mean, you go from being on the 1 to now being on the 11, you know what I'm saying? But, or maybe the 16, but it's how you block it, right? Like, if you just put your hand up and stand there and he runs through you, or you just kind of, shield yourself, that kind of works. And then now it's between, I'll take Ashton against Andrew on the edge, then up the gut, because now I got a two-way go. I can cut it in, or I can go out. I'm not mad at the crack toss. If you decide to do that, I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. I'm not mad at the crack toss. I would have taken. I would have been okay with that. I'm not gonna lie to you. If he brings that receiver down and does a crack toss to take Quincy out of the scenario, and it's between the DB and the linebacker, I'm okay with that. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't have been mad at it. I'd have been like, damn, that's the best play you got. But hey, it is what me honestly, I would have took a jump pass. I would have liked to see the Tebow jump pass. That's what I would have loved to see. Because everybody's expecting you to keep it 1 yard line. I would have loved to see the jump pass. That's just me. All right.
And then look at that. I don't know if you noticed. Did you ever go look and see how Andrew threw that ball?
What ball?
On that play.
Oh, he like floated it.
Yeah.
Did he do it with his right hand or his left hand?
Left.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That was doomed from the start. All right. Let's get to the week 8. Zoe's picks for week 8 got UAPB over Grambling, Valley over Lincoln, duh. Texas Southern over Lynchburg, duh. Alcorn over FAMU, Howard over Tennessee State, Villanova over Hampton. Pretty. Listen, week 8 is looking really weak. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Man, take real week out of it. It's trash.
Yeah,
It's trash, man. And we'll get to the marquee matchup. It's kind of hard to say that, but it is, and I'm gonna get to that. But look, man, I got UAPB over Grambling. Don't be shocked when you see UAPB get that dub. Grambling, I don't know. They don't know who they're gonna try their quarterback tomorrow.
We got the game up. We'll talk about it. Your lock picks. And you know how Zoe says, if he tells you a mosquito can pull a wagon.
Don't ask me no question. You better hook his ass up. Look, them beige bastards gonna get that homecoming dub tomorrow. So listen, look.
We're gonna break it down. All right. First up, Grambling UAPB. There you go. Keys to the game, Zoe.
Listen, man, Grambling ain't got no idea who playing quarterback tomorrow, man. You got a dude, they got a boot on the sideline and put him in the goddamn game. I have never in my life seen it like that.
He had a boot?
Dude, he said he had a boot on the sideline. and got in the game and played. Yes.
With the boot
Yes.
on?
No, he took the boot off.
Oh. Oh, wow.
All I'm saying, I don't want PV to lose. Y'all not good. And you know what? I said before the season started, I said Prairie View, if you go by schedule, has the easiest pathway to the SWAC. Oh, you hating. I was like, no, I'm not. If you go by the previous team's record, you have the easiest schedule of everybody in conference. But now since it's playing out this way, I don't want PV to lose. I mean, I don't care if y'all win or not. But the thing is that in this game, man, Grambling has really underperformed this season. And again, man, losing to Texas Southern the way they did, bro.
In the hole.
In the hole, bro. And look, man, I got a feeling, man, that man, my partner's son might be playing tomorrow. Garrison Davis, man, dad was a dog too. Chanelius Davis, man. You from Jackson? Y'all know Sean Davis, man. But son, Garrison Davis, he's a freshman quarterback, and he played the same high school with Jeremiah Williams and Kamari Rogers at Home County Central. It's a football powerhouse. He put up some damn good numbers in high school too. Would have been recruited a lot more, but he's on the shorter side, Scotty. Good arm, can play. He can sling it. Just short, you know what I'm saying? Just shorter. Thinking he might actually get some burn tomorrow, so we're gonna see. But I got UAP in this thing tomorrow, man. At home, and quiet as it's kept. I don't know if you look at the standings, man, but UAPB is still in there.
Your third.
Listen, UAPB is still in there. Texas Southern still in there.
Sneaky.
Prairie View.
Sneaky team.
Prairie View. And Southern, how you say it. Now, I don't think Southern got a chance to win. If I had to go today, I'm going with Texas Southern. But this is why I'm going with Texas Southern. Man, look, this game is going to be a couple weeks down the line. But, Scott, we can go ahead and say it right now. Prairie View will get their ass whooped by Alabama State.
I agree.
Point blank, period. Point blank, period, man. Prairie View is they averaging like 14 points a game in conference. Did you know that?
No. You sure it's 14?
Man, do I know? Yes. They average about 14, 15 points in conference.
They scored, 13 against Alcorn. They scored 20 or 21 against Texas Southern. They scored. Let me see.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm sorry, Prairie. They're averaging 21 points a game. My bad. 21 points a game.
I don't know if it's 14, but okay. But I get you. It's low. It's on the low end.
It's low, man. They're not doing it. And here's the thing. This game is going to be the one game the Southern's going to get up for. Now,
we're on Grambling and UAPB.
I'm tripping. I'm talking about Prairie View. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But Grambling is going to get that L tomorrow, dog. I'm tripping. I'm with the Prairie View and got on damn Southern. But Grambling is going to get that L tomorrow, dog. UAPB for the dub. And, man, they're going to save old dude job, bro.
Who job?
UAPB head coach.
That boy better be gone.
I'm telling you.
Ain't no way. Now, again, I agree with you. I also picked UAPB to win. I picked it on Monday with Perry. I got it. Listen, you don't know the thing about UAPB is you don't know what team's going to show up, right?
This is true.
You don't know if the Texas Southern UAPB is going to show up or the Alcorn Southern Heritage Classic UAPB.
You got me there.
You know what I'm saying? So, what UAPB team are you going to see defensively? They're not good. UAPB, most of the teams in the SWAC defensively are not good, but offensively, they can do some things. I believe Christian Peters is their quarterback at UAPB. D2 guy came up, is doing this thing at UAPB. But I just think that, again, I just think UAPB is just a little bit better. And it's at home. And they pull it out. I think they pull it out. All right, next up. Alcorn FAMU. Now, this one to me is the battle of the toilet bowl. This is the battle of the toilet bowl for me because neither one of these Bamas have scored over like 17 points in conference. They both ass when it comes to scoring points. So this might be the boringest game you'll ever see. The keys to the game for me is does FAMU go with at quarterback? Is it Jet Petty or RJ Johnson? If it's me, I gotta go Jet. And then you gotta run the ball with Thad Franklin. You gotta get this dude is averaging like 6 or 7 yards per carry, but he only gets the ball 9 to 10 times. You know what I'm saying? So it's he's not able to get a rhythm and get going the way that they want him to. So in Alcorn, for me, Jesus Christ, like you don't know. You got to make it make sense that Sewell's your best player, and you're taking the ball out of his hand consistently. Like these got to be the two dumbest coordinators in the SWAC. You got probably the two best. You probably got I don't want to say the best. You probably got like top 5 backs in this conference, and neither coordinator wants to give their back the ball. That has to be asinine to me. But that's what you're dealing with on a constant basis. Your best player is your running back, and somehow, some way, you keep finding ways not to give him the ball. What you guys know?
So I see 2 distinct differences here. Alcorn got in their own way to lose that game to Prairie View.
Prairie View also missed some opportunities to pull away. They got some plays called back as well. But go ahead.
Alcorn, Sewell only had 9 carries that game.
I agree with you.
So Alcorn, I'll say this. I'm picking Alcorn to win this game because, damn it, I know Sid has to know I can't do what I did last week. We may not be a great team, but we can salvage some things because a big win down in Bragg would do it for me. If I run Sewell, if Sewell can get 25 carries, if he gets that, Alcorn will win this game down in Bragg. FAMU was giving up almost 300 yards rushing a game. Alcorn is better than that on defense against the run. So again, key to the game, Alcorn, run the damn ball. Give your best player the ball. If Alcorn does that, Alcorn wins this game.
I want to say this. Yes, he's gone. You listen. Oh my God, he's gone. Like, and I want to be very clear when I say this. I think, me personally, I'm okay with riding into the sunset with Cozy if he wins this homecoming game. I'm okay with it. Like you ride off. Listen what I'm saying when I say ride off to the sunset. I mean letting them coach the whole season. You don't fire him early, right? Like I'm okay if he wins this game. If he loses this game, my team is already getting booed at the pep rally. We lose homecoming 2 to Alcorn. My guy. You got to go. You got to go. I don't give a damn if it's an interim, fake AD, new AD, OBG. It don't matter. Somebody has got to go if he loses this game at homecoming. If he wins this game, I'm okay with letting him just coast the rest of the season and he gets fired at the end of the season. I'm okay with it. Or fire him at the Florida. I don't give a damn what you want to do. Fire him at the Florida. I don't care. I'm okay with it. I am because he's gone. Everybody knows Cozy's gone. He knows he's gone. But if he loses this game, he's gone at a accelerated rate. You got to let him go. You really got to let him go because at that point, it's like, what are we doing this for? Me personally, I got FAMU winning this game 24-17. I do not think Alcorn is a good team, but
they ain't.
But I do think FAMU's run defense is pretty damn bad. It is pretty damn bad. And you don't really have to worry about Alcorn's passing attack. So this is a good time for FAMU to just load the box up and say, hey, let's just stop Sewell and make Tolbert beat us. That's how I would see it. But 24.
I would say I see this game. I think Tolbert's going to run the ball a little bit more this game. I think Alcorn's going to go to like Alcorn of old, to where they're really going to run the ball a lot with Tolbert as well as Sewell. And again, they got it right there wrong from their last game. Alcorn go ahead and get Sewell 25 carries, and they do that. They'll probably end up getting about 200 yards rushing. They'll win this game. And then also, FAMU was good for a turnover on offense because their quarterback play has been atrocious. So they're going to give Alcorn those extra possessions.
I'll say this. If he loses this game bad, I mean like 35-14, like one of those.
You ain't got to worry about that.
No, yes, you do. If Sewell gets going, yes, the hell you do. Yes, the hell you do, because the thing, Alcorn isn't all world on defense, but FAMU isn't all world on offense. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one thing you can count on for Alcorn is their running attack. That's
Yeah.
the one thing they've done well.
Yeah.
FAMU hasn't even done that well this season.
No.
On both sides of the ball. So it can get ugly really quickly if they get those big chunk plays that it's a, Sewell down the line for 40, 50-yard runs or a 30-yard breakout run or a 40-yard. It can get really ugly. And again, Zoe, you know this. When you're a bad team and it starts to go downhill, what
you find ways to lose.
And the crowd be like, "Oh, here we go, here we go."
Do you think they get booed when they come out to play?
No, I don't think they get booed coming out. I think if they go in at halftime down, they're definitely getting.
Oh
booed.
hell yeah, I know that.
Getting booed. Definitely getting booed. I mean, just absolutely. But
so you're saying basically, regardless whether it's a loss or they get blown out, he's fired after the game.
No. If it's a
it's a blowout, then he fired the game.
Gone. If it's a loss, he's gone too. If he loses homecoming, I think he should be fired. That's just me personally. If he loses homecoming, because there's no lower point. How much lower can you get other than Florida Classic? And then by that time you're gone anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Bethune gonna smoke him.
You know what I'm saying? So you at the bottom of the barrel right here, right now. So if you lose to Alcorn, and Alcorn's bad,
they are.
To me, it's like we don't need to see anymore. We're good. Fire him. Make Chris the interim head coach and just ride off into the sunset. Let everybody know you back on the market. You looking for a new man, and you know what I'm saying. Get your glow.
Damn, bro, you going to the end of October, and FAMU got one win. Shit.
Now, when I said that they was gonna have a losing season, nobody wanted to believe me. Well,
I knew they regressed, but nobody. You didn't see one win in October.
No.
Nobody saw this.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Nobody saw this. I didn't think I didn't think the FAMU would have a losing season. I did. I figured they'd be around 7-5, 6-6.
Oh yeah,
man.
I would have been around there 6-6. Yeah, I guess
7-5.
Yeah,
but one win in October, bro. Come on, man.
That's tough. Yeah, you can't put nothing on it, but we'll see. I hope they have fun at homecoming. All right, listen, game of the week. All right, so your go ahead. This is your monologue time. Go ahead.
Listen, man. Listen. As I was saying earlier, because I got to talk about Texas Southern. Listen, dog. Southern will get this game. Look, Southern has sucked on offense, similar to Alcorn.
Okay, I'll be right there. Who do you play at quarterback if you're Southern?
They better play my boy from Georgia. What's the sophomore?
Not playing. Jalen Woods is not playing.
Why?
If I'm a parent and my son looked like he died on the football field and he had an ultimate concussion, you think I'm gonna put that Bama back in the game at any point this season? No,
you gave me a statement. I said why he ain't playing. I asked you a question. Why he ain't playing?
Because he almost died against Valley.
Okay.
He's not playing.
Okay, well, that's the case there. I changed my pick.
Oh my God, where you been at?
I changed my pick then. Lord have mercy. Prairie gonna win.
Where you been at?
No, man, I'm thinking Sean Wood will come out and play.
Jalen Woods is not playing. He's done for the season. Like, if I'm his parent, you're not touching the field.
You say if you're his parent, but is he not playing for real for that reason?
No, for real. Like, it's a health risk. Because first of all, it's a health risk. Like, it's no benefit to him to come back to play this season. It's none. Okay. You're not playing. So what are you playing for? Okay. So if that was your son.
No, I'm not going there. What I'm saying is he, what's the health reason that he has right now? What's the health issue that he's having right now?
Concussion.
So the concussion wipes him out for the whole season?
No,
I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious.
No, listen. I think. Listen. Could he, if they were in a competitive situation, do I believe Jalen Woods plays? Yes, I think he would be capable to play.
Okay.
But since Southern is not playing for anybody, they're not playing for anything, why risk the health of my son?
Okay.
To play him?
Well, see, I'm different. If the health of my son is important, then he ain't playing regardless. But I'm not thinking that the concussion was what you're leading me on to think what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we've had players had concussions and come back and play. So what I'm saying, so it was more deeper than what we think it is with regards to the type of concussion that he had. That we can roll with that. All right. So if we roll with McCoy, then Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
all right, man. We finna do. Look, I gotta still be me. We gotta give one for the Gipper. Okay.
Who's the Gipper? Come on.
That's way back in the 20s for Notre Dame, man. Win one for the good old Gipper. So listen, if my thing with Southern, I was about to say it's very similar to Alcorn. You're not giving Trey Holiday carries. I don't know what's going on with this, man.
Oh,
You got
crazy.
You got an all-world talent, and I'm gonna say this. I know sometimes we may get to like certain X's and O's with certain coaches. That don't really be my biggest gripe with most coaches in the SWAC. You know what my gripe be? Game management and roster management. That'd be my problem within the SWAC. Why do you sit there? You got an all-world talent, and everybody can sit here and say the dude is a dog. And you giving him 6, 7, 8 carries, bro. And you can miss on this whole thing because at first, like, well, he's not in shape. You can play your way into shape. I'm sorry. You're a walk-on right now. Oh, yeah, your tongue will be out your mouth every game if you're on my team.
Bragging. Because you're going to be gone.
At season end, you're gone anyway. So what are we preserving? I'm going to use you up. Yes, I'm going to use you up. I'm going to use you. I'm serious. I'm going to use you. I'm going to use you. Milk you dry, dog. I am. I'm serious. We know you're going to be gone at the end of the year. You finna have 300 carries this season. You ain't going to be no good to LSU or wherever else you going.
I got all my money's worth.
Man, I'm taking all the trade. And look, and you walked on. You ain't even on scholarship. Man, please, it's like you got a brand new tire. I'm gonna go all in the woods and go mudding with this thing. Get back to you what the hell you did with this shit. I thank you.
Did he clean it or not? Just dropped it off.
What? Bro, there is no logical excuse. I don't care. Sometimes you may say things going on behind the scenes. We don't know. I do not care, bro. At the end of the day, it's that coach to look. Graves is going to be gone at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because of your own detriment. I got this on walk-on. Oh, buddy, come on. We're going to feed you up good, man. I promise you, just like I do Sewell. I'm sorry, dog. You're going to get 30 games this year. 30. Every game. You're getting 30 carries.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get McCoy some runs after the fact. But I'm gonna say this too. This is the main problem I have with Southern. Then we'll get back onto the game. I was under the premise was playing, but again, I'll say this: if McCoy, Southern's problem is them. I'm gonna be honest, it's them, bro. They get in their own way, and I'm talking about the coaches, bro. If you notice, guys, we talk about coaching. What is Southern's changed from game one to the last game that they played? They haven't even said, you know what, Scotty, we're limited on what we can do in this aspect. Let's change some things, even in the run scheme for run fits that work in our favor. We're not doing that. It's rinse, wash, repeat. My thing is, what we talked about, man, you play to win the game. I don't give a damn if I ain't got but 15 plays that work. Do those 15 plays, do them in different formations, and do the things that's gonna get you to win. Yeah. Why are we running pass plays? McCoy listen, he played at Jack State last year. I said it last year. He throws a beautiful ball. He got a cannon. He can only throw down, go routes down the seam and slants. That's it. You're doing out routes, all of the kind of shit that's gonna get picked. I'm telling you, he can't. I'm not winging anything, said Bass. This is crazy. But he can't do it, bro. But I'll say this. The best player in this game is who? Kelby Givens. It's Kelby Givens.
Trey Holly. It's not even close. Trey Holly. Defensively, yes. But
defensively, okay. Trey Holly the best overall talent in this game.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if he get utilized, but well, I'll say the biggest impact because Kelby Givens gonna play all game. Trey Holly probably won't. So that's what I mean when I say that. But if Southern can find a way to get Trey Holly 25, because the other backup running back is not bad. He's not bad.
Who, Mike?
But bro, it's like, huh?
You talking about Mike, number 7 on Southern?
What's the other name? It's another guy.
I don't know. I just know.
He's actually a decent back. But bro, if they would actually utilize the tight end, do some run things, and man, if they would actually do that, man, Southern could actually have some success. Kelby Givens is gonna get. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you have it. Kelby Givens is gonna have a monster game tomorrow. Prairie View is not good on offense.
No, I disagree with you. I completely disagree with you. Now, that's why I wanted to go in, right?
Go ahead.
This is why I like Tremaine, and Tremaine is the perfect. What you're going to see tomorrow is the perfect antithesis of coaching, of what one person looks at and says, "Hey, we're going to do what we do, even though it sucks," and one person saying, "Hey, I'm going to do what I have and use what I have to get what I need." He has two different quarterbacks. When Cam Peters comes in the game, it's a spread style offense. They throw the ball around the yard. They hit it. When I believe his name is Carter. When Carter comes in the game, it's a triple option spread. It is straight downhill running. I love it. And that if Southern would just imitate what PV does when they put Carter in the game with Cam McCoy, it would be perfect. It would be perfect. But again, Tremaine Jackson says, "Hey, I got bananas, I got cream, I got this. You know what? I'm gonna just make banana pudding. I'm gonna make banana pudding." Southern's like, "I got bananas, I got cream, I'm doing apple pie." And you be like, "Bro, you don't have the ingredients for an apple pie." "I'm doing apple pie."
No, you gotta do it like people down Southern do. I'm gonna make some apple pie, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, but that's just the pure difference in just this game. Is the ideology of the team is that I'm going to work with what I have and run the system within it. And you saw it from game to game with PV that when Cam wasn't doing very well, he missed it, and they put Carter in the game, and they know Carter couldn't pass. Bro, they start getting that motion, that left to right motion, and that RPO, he diving and giving and diving and giving. Man, listen, it's very simple. It's like Novocaine. Give it time. It worked. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all PV is. But again, it's not to say they're limited. It's just the fact that we're going to coach to our players. We're going to coach to the talent that we have. And I love that. And if Southern would have just done that, you would have seen them in a lot more games than what they were. But that's the reason why Prairie View wins this game is because coaching. They just got a better coach.
Well, I'll say this. This game, though Southern only has one win, it's a must-win for both teams, in my opinion. It's a must-win for Southern because if they lose this game, their season is over with. They're eliminated from any possibility of doing anything. It's over with for them. But also for Prairie View loses this game, they're not going to the SWAC championship game because Alabama State is going to tap that ass. Make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if Quad comes back healthy, that Alabama A&M and PV game is going to be a damn good one. He's done for the year?
Yeah, he got surgery on his ankle. He's done.
Okay. Well, but the Alabama State game in PV, nah.
Now, again, this is the thing, though. So and let's jump ahead to that PV. Alabama State's defense is not good. It's not.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But PV's offense isn't great either.
It's not. Again, it's not great, but it is like it's killing you with a dull blade. Right? Like, it's not the first time that it hits you that it hurts. It's just the repetitiveness of you're like, damn. Like, the way they run the ball with that quarterback and said, give me the quarterback's name, because that Bama is a beast. Like, he is a choo-choo train on the tracks. He's 6'4", 230. The kid is a load. And I'm talking about downhill, runs like a gazelle. He just can't throw to save his life. But other than that, that kid can freaking run. And PV's defense is opportunistic. It's not dominant. It's very opportunistic. So I think that, again, you don't, even when they play against Alabama, I think Alabama State has to be better. Carter, yeah. I think Alabama State has to be better than PV does. If you get what I'm saying, like PV can mess around because they have enough players on defense to make a couple stops. Alabama State has to be perfect on defense, or it's going to be a shootout to where it's just Andrew Body against PV.
Opportunistic defense against Andrew Body ain't gonna cut it.
That's fair. That's fair. Listen, you know me. I'm Andrew Body all the way.
I'm just gonna say it. You have to have a good defense to beat Andrew Body. Opportunistic ain't gonna cut it. And if you look at what he's doing right now, Body's averaging over 100 yards rushing, and he's just under 300 yards passing the game. If he hits his averages,
it's a game over. It's game over. I agree with you. I agree with you.
It ain't happening.
But again, you said it. You said, how do you stop Andrew Body? By controlling the time of possession. And the way PV plays with Carter and Bingman, that's how they win that game. They literally just play keep away. Because, again, Alabama State's defense isn't great to just say, you're not going to run the ball on us.
Well, here's the other thing, too, because I'm going to go there. If, for any reason, PV loses this game tomorrow, first year coach, brand new team, it's going to be pressure on them like a mofo in the Alabama State game to win their game, because they know they lose their game, them third ward Tigers going to probably end up in the SWAC championship game.
Texas Southern, how did their schedule come down? Because if they got to play Bethune, that could be a loss.
I'm not sure they play Bethune.
Let me see. Texas Southern football schedule. And I'll bring it up. Share. Boom. Okay. You know that's a dub. Can you see that? Let me
No, see it.
Okay.
You gotta scroll up, I mean.
All right, cool. PV. Oh. Alcorn. They gotta play Alabama State.
I feel a whole lot better about them playing Alabama State than Prairie. You know why?
Why?
Texas Southern leads with their defense, and it's Body's former team. They're gonna get up for Alabama State just like Body's gonna get up to play Texas Southern. I think that game will be close. I also think Texas Southern. I still probably pick Alabama State to win that game, but I wouldn't be shocked if Texas Southern put it out late. I'm giving Alabama State the edge in that game because it's at home.
You're giving Texas Southern too much credit offensively. Offensively, they have looked anemic.
They have
anemic. And I like KJ.
But here's the thing. Remember, with Alabama State, though, what Texas Southern likes to do actually bodes well for them against Alabama State. That's why I would say what? They have a good defense. And they have a defense I think that can, cause, I'm not going to say cause a problem, but the thing about Alabama State, I always say, is it's not about necessarily getting turnovers. If you do, then great. I think with Alabama State, the main thing over everything is just get out the field. Even if they got some drives, let's say they get 6-7 plays, just get a third down stop, get your offense back on the field, run the ball, get some points. Because if you get turnovers, then great. You know what I'm saying? If you get a 3 and out, great. But I felt the same way in the Jack State game. The main thing against a player like Body is you just got to get your defense off the field without them scoring. If you hold them to a field goal, get off the field, get back, and you can score or match them, you're in the game to win at that point. The problem is most teams in the SWAC, they really don't have really good defenses, and thus that's why you're getting these high scoring outputs.
The thing for me is this. I think, and I said it when they first played, I thought Texas Southern was the better team when they played Prairie View. Just physically, they look like the better team. But offensively, and I like Trent Leary. I like those guys that they have. But it just hasn't gotten going. Like, I just haven't seen offensively them take a next step. It's just look anemic. It's very basic. For me, what I would like to see from Texas Southern is more offensively. I think defensively they're straight. I love their defense. Their defense, for the last 2 years, I loved how their defense looked. It's been fast. It's been physical. They fly around to the ball like madmen. I like that. But offensively, they haven't looked like when they beat PV last year. That to me was the best version of Texas Southern offense I had seen in a long time, and I haven't seen that again. That's
well, the main problem is because we expected when Cooper came back, we expected better production from Cooper, and we hadn't seen it.
And we haven't seen it, and that's the thing for me. That's on this hindering part. Is just like you don't know what KJ Cooper you're gonna get, and the offense hasn't really looked that good. So. And again, like Wayne says, Texas Southern's offense, except for UAPB, again, has not been there, and it hasn't. And they got playmakers. That's the crazy thing. They really got some guys that can go. But again, it just hasn't looked good at all. But we'll see how that game goes. But Zoe, what you got?
I got issue by one. Well, we're gonna still roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. Issue by one.
Listen, let me say this.
Big game by Trey Hardy tomorrow.
Tremaine Jackson cannot lose this game. Tremaine Jackson cannot. You can't lose this game. And the reason you can't lose this game is because of all the history in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Of the back and forth between Dooley and Prairie View and Dooley, and Mark Fredericks being at Southern now, and they letting them go and all that. So he can lose a lot of games. He just can't lose this one. And to go into Southern and spoil their homecoming, what better way? What better way? I got big.
And let me say this, because I see people saying stuff like, take Southern was like a coaching decision away from losing the Valley, and yeah. I'm like, y'all do know that Texas Southern really should have won the first game against Prairie View.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if we want to nitpick, look, there's a fine line between winning and losing. We can all find plays to say if this doesn't happen, you lose the game. Because if we really want to go there, Prairie View really should have lost to Texas Southern in the first game of the season. Let's call it a spade a spade.
I thought they were the better team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did think Texas Southern. I thought Texas Southern.
For sure.
Yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? Just like Alabama State should have won the game against Jackson.
I hear you.
It's the same. It's literally the same thing.
I hear you.
Same premise. Same thing.
I hear you.
We all can't get what we want.
I can nitpick some plays in that game too now.
Just saying. Just keeping it honest. All right, Zoe. That's it, man. Great recap as always, man. Final thoughts.
Man, this week ain't gonna be a dub, but I'm gonna tune in for the Southern Prairie View game. Man, listen. Like I said, it's a must win because Southern gonna pack it in after this game. If they lose,
everybody quitting.
Everybody quitting. They're gonna pack it in after this game. But if they win, it's gonna be a monument. The win, it's a tantamount win for both teams, but this loss, in my estimation, would destroy Prairie View to me. Because what they got left and who they got to play. But again, that's all null and void too, because Texas Southern still will have to win out, to get there because they got their one conference loss. And they can't stay tied with Prairie View because Prairie View had a tiebreaker. But I think it should be a good game nonetheless. Everything else is going to pretty much be a dud. Like I said, I do expect UAP to win. We really didn't get too much of the MEAC. Delaware State don't play the next week, right?
Nah, they play Central next week.
That's what I figured. First opening next week.
Yeah. So
okay.
We definitely got. You got to pick a day. You got to come back on. We got to talk about that.
Hey, whenever. But I want to say, so they got next week because even the MEAC slate is trash tomorrow.
Oh, okay. My bad. Said I'll open the call lines up for you. My bad. I didn't think nobody's gonna call in. I'll open the call lines up. Don't make it. So HBCU Go is gonna have the Southern and Prairie View game.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna have to catch the FAMU and Alcorn game on ESPN because I'm not seeing it on SWAC TV.
There is one other participant in the conference.
What else? Yeah, and SWAC TV is gonna have what I'm looking here right now. They're gonna have the Grambling UAPB game on SWAC TV, as well as the Texas Southern and Virginia Lynchburg. So
Wow.
yeah, and the Valley versus Lincoln. So whatever. But but the Grambling, Arkansas, that's at 2:00 Central, so that's 3:00 Eastern. And HBCU Go
7.
is at 5.
6.
It's at 5 p.m. So probably
Okay. Good time too.
Eastern or Central, but yeah, so 5 p.m.
Good time.
So he said only Howard is playing tomorrow in the MEAC, so ain't too much to talk about there. Say it coming to you. Go ahead, say it.
Was a long time no hear from.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You got to make sure you get all your wins in before you get in here and start doing all that talking.
Yo, we busy. PV produces productive people. So you know what I'm saying? We got stuff going on. We out here doing things, making things happen.
Okay.
But I had to call in. The lack of analysis on PV, it's just so hilarious to me. The fact that PV has the #1 ranked defense in the SWAC, highly ranked within all the annals of FCS play. I think that we're just not doing our homework when it comes to PV. But I understand.
The #1 defense in the SWAC?
#1 defense efficiency in the SWAC. Yes, absolutely.
Is this?
Hold on. Let me tell you what he just did there. So let me find one thing in one category that they're #1 in, and I'm gonna say they're the best defense because they have the best efficiency.
Yo, listen, Zoe. I think it's funny that you call TSU's defense better, or that they lean on their defense and didn't even acknowledge the fact that that's really the teeth of Prairie View. Low scoring games, teams don't score over 21 points in our games, and we're the #1 defense in the SWAC.
Well, first off, you're not the #1 defense in the SWAC. You just have the best efficiency because you're not #1 against the run, and you're not #1 against in the pass either.
Absolutely #1. Well, that's a little bit hard to determine.
No, I'm looking at it right now. You're not #1. You're not #1 against the run, and I'm gonna say this too. Now it's easy for you to talk about what you do from a defensive standpoint. When name me the good offense you face outside of UTRGV that you lost to.
I'm like, what?
Name me the good offense that you faced. I got time.
Well,
I got time. You quiet.
We listen. Everybody who we put in front of us, we stopped them. So okay, Alcorn had the #1 running back in the SWAC. We held him to under 50 yards.
But they don't have the best running attack. See that? Okay, listen. Talent.
The #1 running back. I said
no, he's not. No, he's not.
#1 running back in the SWAC.
He has the most total rushing yards. That'll make you the #1 running back in the SWAC. I like what you're doing here. You got to do better. Hey, you got to do better in this, dog.
When I say that,
you got to do better in this.
Of course, we have the best running back in the SWAC.
Oh, no, you don't.
So,
no,
yeah.
you don't.
So
I'll tell you what. See, I like you. You're trying to take what I can, silver lining things to highlight my team. So here's the thing. Name me the great rushing team that you faced on offense. Name me the great rushing offense that you faced that you contained.
That's it. That's the best team that you've gone against that can run the ball was Rice, because Rice does that spread option.
Absolutely, that was a beast.
Yeah.
Rice offense was a beast.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get to my point. My point was that PV defense, I think people are overlooking the fact that our defense is really good. And I think that, people harp on the offense, but not really understanding that what Southern and potentially down the line, what Alabama State will do will be right into the teeth of what we do best. We stop the run and we stop the pass. And I'm here and give you a name right now to do y'all homework on. Eric Zachary, cornerback from Prairie View. That's the best cornerback in the SWAC right now. He's leading in interceptions. He saved the game for the Grambling game. He got a pick in the last game against the Alcorn game. Do your homework on PV defense. That's really the unknown factor that y'all not really paying attention to when it comes to PV.
Listen, sir.
Hold on, Scotty. Hold on. I got a question. Say it while you're on the phone. I just want to ask you a couple questions. Name me the teams that you've played in the SWAC outside of Alcorn. You play Alcorn, Texas Southern, and who else?
Grambling.
We play Grambling in the SWAC, and then we play UTRGV. And
I just say in the SWAC. Just in the SWAC.
Oh, in the SWAC, yeah. Alcorn, Grambling, Texas Southern.
Okay. Alcorn is averaging 19 points a game. Grambling is averaging 26, and that stats includes the D2 schools they play. And then who else you say? and then Texas Southern is averaging 21 points a game. Now on defense, hold on. Alcorn is giving up 27 points per game on defense. Grambling is giving up 31 points per game on defense, and then Texas Southern is giving up 23.
With the exception of the Alabama State game, who did Jackson State play?
We played Tuskegee, we played Hampton, we played and we played who else did we play? I'm forgetting.
You said
we played Alabama A&M. We played Alabama A&M.
Right.
But we play. Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish. But you know what I don't. But you know what I don't do? I include Southern Miss in my stats though. And here's the other thing. It's how we look when we play those games. See, when you say you have the number one best defense in the conference, go look at Jackson State stats, including Southern Miss, and then compare yours to ours. It ain't even close.
Yeah, but you got Tuskegee in there to balance it out, and you still got the other D2 school in there to balance it out. So even with the
we only played one D2 school.
Still,
but we got USM in there too. USM stats are in there too. And that stats are still amazing playing against USM. And have you seen them, by the way?
Yeah, we're in the same position. We're playing Rice and UTRG.
No. We're not in the same position, dog.
Yeah,
hold on. Look at your offense. Look at mine. Look at your defense, and look at mine. And then also win-loss record. It ain't even comparable. You're not on the same level of Jackson State. You could be a fan of your school. I get it. But you ain't on the same level of Jackson State right now. Until you get on the field with us and you can have a legit measuring stick. Right now, you cannot sit there and say we're right there on the cusp of what Jackson is. Because let me tell you something. You want to sit here and talk this right now, and you're averaging 21 points a game on offense? Are you serious?
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. Y'all don't play no defense. And that's the most important part. Okay. Y'all don't don't play nobody's.
Let me jump in here real quick, Sam. Let me ask you.
Sorry, my apologies.
No, you're fine. Listen, this is part of the show. My only question, I got one question. What quarterbacks have you played in the SWAC?
Quarterback from Texas Southern is a legitimate quarterback.
KJ Cooper is good. Listen. KJ Cooper is good.
Quarterback from
he's good.
Who you said? Who else? Right quarterback. Legitimate quarterback.
They ran for 347 yards on you. That's not their game plan. All right, let's just.
Hey, hold on. Who got better defense? Southern Miss or Rice?
Oh, probably Southern Miss. Probably.
Southern Miss is 4-2, number one in the division. Got a damn. Let me put the Southern Miss defensive stats and their offensive stats. Jackson ran right at 200 yards against Southern Miss. It don't matter. It's the FDS opponent. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Look, I'm gonna take my Jackson State blue and white glasses off. You can't go here, bro. Not right now. You can't go here right now.
It's fine. That's why I'm looking forward to.
The only thing said is, I think what's difficult for your argument is that you're coming. It's like LeBron when he played in the East, right? It's like it's only so much I can give you because the conference is weak. The West is weak, man. Like it's just tough. And it says if you can't agree to that, because think about the Grambling is not good. They almost lost to D2 Kentucky State. Alcorn is not good. Texas Southern is legit. They decent, right? But Southern is bad. Then you got Lincoln. You see who you are after the two Alabama schools. After the two Alabama schools play you, can we have this conversation then? Because
no problem.
Yeah, because
I can concede to that. Okay. But I'm saying this. Nobody was saying that when Alcorn was running up the East and the East was terrible. Nobody was saying that. Now all of a sudden we got when the West was having his day.
Who was it?
Trash.
Who was it?
Nobody was saying none of that. We was dog walking Jackson State. Nobody was saying nothing. Now all of a sudden we got to have conversations about the West is trash, and now all of a sudden we got to talk about making it one conference and not breaking it out into divisions no more.
Well, I never said nothing about breaking it out into divisions. And guess what? It goes in cycles. And the West is trash. The East was sorry at one point in time. When matter of fact, when Jackson State was going, when Cummings was here, that's part of the reason why Cummings got fired. Scotty, you heard me say this. Jackson State was the best of the worst in the East.
Yeah.
I've said that plenty of times. The East was trash. Jackson State was the best of the worst. The West had the best teams, even when Jack State was winning. I've said it plenty of times. You got to bet this, dog. Look, until Prairie View gets on the field with Jackson State.
We can agree on that. That's fair. We can agree on
I
that.
would say,
now listen.
Go ahead. Say, no, go ahead. Finish your point. No, you're fine. Say,
No,
go ahead,
your
finish your point.
analysis on the Southern game is just absolute trash. It is no way that Southern is going to win this game. The fact it's just the hater. It's just the Jackson State haters.
I have no animosity to Prairie View.
Be the only undefeated team in the SWAC, and they're not going to admit to that. But it's nothing more that's going to make PV losing happier than the Jackson State fans. So they
hold on. You have a misguided feeling about yourself, Sid. Hold on. Let me say this to you. How old are you, Sid? How old are you? How old are you?
Listen, a gentleman never tells his age.
Really? Okay, hold on.
Logical fallacy to appeal to.
I am a born and bred Jacktown Jew. I just made 47 years old. I was born in 1978. Since I've been out of my daddy's ball sack, I have never seen Prairie View win but one championship. We have no reason to be jealous or hate any of you. You do not have a winning pedigree since I've been on God's green earth. Why on God's green earth do I need to be jealous or hate Prairie View? We rarely ever played you. Hold on. If I pull up the series record against Prairie View, I know what you're going to say. At that point in time, we were giving scholarships. Man, look, since I've been on my dad's ball sack, dog, y'all have been under Jack State. You know this. I know this. Cut that crap, dog. We have no reason to sit here and hate you. Hate you for what? You ain't won nothing. Like, what am I hating you for? What have you done for me to be jealous of? Seriously.
Y'all want to be us.
Be a loser? What do I want to be you for? Hold on. Watch this. I'm 5-1, and you're under me, but I want to be you. Come on, dog. Come on. Be you for what?
The only last remaining charter.
Hey, Scott, hold on. Let me talk my talk right quick. Since I've been alive, Jack State won a decade, winning 8 championships in 10 years. Prairie View has never done that. Let me tell you what I've seen in my lifetime, Scotty. We won 8 championships in 10 years. I've seen that. I have never seen a Prairie View coach take a champagne bath in my life.
Where did they get their AD from, Scotty?
Prairie View.
Where did they get the commissioner of the SWAC from?
You know what? I love how you do that because guess what? Charles McClendon went to Callaway High School. He went to my high school. So before he was a Prairie View captain, he was in Jacktown too. So hold on. I like how you did that. Yeah, where did Charles McClendon come from? He from Jackson, Mississippi. Where did Ashley Robinson from? He stayed right down the street from Jack State, from the vet. He went to Murray High School, right across the street from the vet. I like how you do that. But you won't have to be bad that, baby.
Improve himself. You
won't have to be bad that, dog. Ashley Robinson is from Jackson, Mississippi.
To get educated.
Bob McClellan is from Jackson, Mississippi. He went to my high school, by the way. Shout out Callaway Chargers.
Hey,
you got to bet it, dog.
Hey, say it. If you listen, I'm gonna tell you, win, lose, or draw, you gonna have to call in next week. Win, lose, or draw.
And you know what? And you better not lose. I bet your ass ain't gonna show up. You better not lose. I'm gonna roast the hell out your ass. You better not lose. Let me tell you something. I don't really talk shit that much on live, but I am a professional shit talker. Bring your ass if you lose. I'm telling you, we ain't gotta pause. I'm gonna your ass out. I'm making an example out of you, dog. Yeah. Better not lose. You better not lose. I'm gonna be all up on your coach. Atlanta. You're not gonna get there. You better not lose, Pimp.
Hey, he said, I appreciate the call.
I will be there. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate the time.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the You said I ain't never seen a PV coach take a champagne bath in my life.
Stop me when I start lying. I'm a hater of Prairie View. Dog, you know what? I'm Scotty. You know me. I keep it a buck. If somebody from Grambling said I was a hater, they can say that.
Yeah.
Fuck a motherfucker from Prairie View gonna say Jack State hates somebody from Prairie View. What?
Oh man,
what, bro?
Wayne, coming to you, man. That was funny. I needed that laugh.
Hey, what's going on, Scott?
What's up, Wayne? Talk to me, man.
Hey, no. Oh, what up, Zoe?
What up, man?
He from
I'm
Jackson.
hot motherfucker now, man.
I tuned in late, bro. I tuned in. Y'all still going over that play from the Alabama State game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all need to recap. Well, did you give the grade on Jacoby and Body?
I did.
I mean, I didn't, but you know.
Oh, I thought I didn't know what you had graded.
I give Andrew an A.
I would give Andrew a B plus. I would give Jacobian. No. I would give Andrew a A minus. I would give Jacobian a A. I'm gonna tell you why. I would give it better to Jacobian if we had more passing yards, because having 5 passing touchdowns, calling your shot in that game, that's to be applauded. But just from the optics standpoint, Jacobian, he called, played a damn good game. But just on the optics, his stat line reads different if he throws for 275 and 5 touchdowns. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. When
you see 189 and 5 touchdowns, because you can sit there and have like 4 dunk-offs, you know what I'm saying? And they're touchdowns. It's just for the optics, it looks better if you got 275 and 5 touchdowns. That's all.
How would you grade it, Wayne?
Oh shit! I get Jacoby a A, but I'm finna make you mad right here, brother. I give Body a C. I'm gonna tell you why.
I love to hear it.
Now it ain't no hate thing, but it's how I looked at the game, bro. I see the yards before touchdown. He only accounted for 1. That's 1. So, okay, we got 300 yards. And I'm going to tell you, that play that everybody got a problem with, that last play, ain't even a play. If he hit that wide open receiver in the end zone and they kick the field goal, if they get that 7, that's 4 points. So at that point, that play never happened. Now we kicking for overtime. Not only, so we add that play. And he threw a pick 6, actually. He threw a pick 6. Even though Ivory didn't get in, they scored on that turnover. So, actually, the score could be 4-1, 34. If he makes that throw and he don't throw that pick 6, that's on Andrew.
Let me ask you, hold on real quick. The play that you're talking about, he missed in the end zone. What are you talking? What quarter was that?
It was going into halftime.
Okay.
He had a wide open receiver come down. They was like on the 20 because they kicked the field goal. They actually came away with 3.
That play was wide open. He's talking about the play I was telling you about, Scotty. He went on the 20. He was further back. They were more. It would have been a touchdown. That's why I tell you about it. He was more. It went on the 20. They were by on the Alabama State, pretty much at midfield, but on the Alabama State side, Scotty.
Okay.
And Scott on that play, it
was like between the 30 and the 20 because they kicked the field goal. They didn't get much more yards after that. But anyway, but it was a wide open throw. Okay. He dialed it up on that play. He got what he needed. That the receiver came up there scene and he was wide open.
Okay,
he missed it.
Hold on. Let me. I want to kind of refute some of your points, right? Because how certain things work is accounted for. You're not using it in the right context, right? So if I throw for 90 yards and I get to the 10-yard line and I'm able to run the ball in, I accounted for that touchdown because I did the majority of the work to get you there.
Sure did.
So if Andrew threw for 345
and ran for 103
I think he ran for 96. He ran for 96 yards. He's the leading passer. He's the leading rusher. I don't know what else.
He's the only passer. So okay.
Huh? Okay. He led
the only passer.
He led his team. He led his team in passing, which is 345. He had the most yards in the whole game in passing. We can say that. And then he led his team in rushing. I don't know. What do you mean by accounted for? Like, if you did the math.
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. No, because you make the point, like you say. Now I give him that he drove because he's a quarterback, but he had a lot of rack yards on there, which I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm taking something away from him, but I'm just like when you say he the only, like he didn't have nobody, like he got the better team. Like you saying that his team ain't, you know what I'm saying, a part of it. But now if you got 4 touchdowns, he only when I understand what you said, accounted for. He accounted for the offense because he's running the offense. But I'm saying he's the guy that, you know what I'm saying, only 1 touchdown he physically threw or ran. But by your metrics of saying, like, to, you know, defend them, saying that, you know, Jacoby got the better team. You know, Andrew don't have, but it was 3 touchdowns that was scored by the running back. So he actually had
Let's
some
reverse
run help.
this. Let's reverse this. I'm trying to show you your ill logic in your logic, right? For Jackson State, they ran for 80% of the yards, and when they would get in the red zone, they threw the ball. That's how the game went. You could tell by the rush yards to passing yards. That's literally how the game went. It would go, we run for 70%, and then when we get in the red zone, Jacoby Morgan throws a wheel route, a slant route, a drag route, or the seam ball he throws to Nathan Rimberg. It's the total opposite of Andrew, of him having to drive his team down 80% of the yards, and then in the red zone, when they can run the ball, they ran the ball. I'm confused about how you're not seeing that as accounted for.
Okay, well, you can say it like that. I'll let you have it. That point you can have it, because we can go back and forth, because in my eyes, when you say, okay, to me it's empty calories. I don't care what you say. 300 yards, 1 touchdown is empty calories.
No. That's not the hold on, I got Scott. That's not the true definition of
5 touchdowns.
Hold on, let me interject right there. That's not that. Okay, the example that you gave, that's not empty calories. Empty calories are when I'm actually getting yardage, right? When either the game is out of reach and I'm just accumulating padding stats, but all of Andrew's stats came in the middle of the throws of the game. So when we talk about accountability, right? When you look at Andrew Body, Alabama State has 2 good running backs, but their running backs, because of Jackson State defense, only accounted for like 40-something yards, right? So Andrew Body was the rushing offense. He actually pretty much got right. Well, he actually had 100 yards. The sack pushed him back under 100 on that 1 sack that he had. So he actually had over 100 yards rushing, and he had 300-some yards passing. So, and he got that in the throws of the game. Also, hold on. And you can't.
The point that what I'm really on is like the last play, and I'm just saying with the last play, I was just asking what you felt about the missed touchdown and the pick 6. That the game didn't even have to come down to the last play.
What pick 6?
You know what I'm saying? Like that, all the yards and all that, whatever. I feel how I feel about taking 5 touchdowns and 190-some yards over 300. That's
what pick 6?
I feel how you feel. I feel about, but I'm talking about actual, just those plays having an effect on the outcome of the game.
He didn't throw a pick 6 though.
You mean just
pick 6? Like he took it, but we got points. We got a touchdown off that pick,
and
so
they got points off a turnover. They got points off a turnover. They got points off a turnover as well. What are you talking about? That's
hold on. So
we got turnovers. I'm saying Andrew Body threw an interception that led to points. Andrew Body
got a turnover that led to points.
The touchdown that would have been 4 points. Well, that play not even happening. If he hit that touchdown, it's wide open. And they kicking to go in overtime at that point.
Well, I mean, hold on. You can't.
If you want to blame the OC, is what I'm saying. But I haven't heard any blame. It's just the OC fault. But there was plays that it wouldn't even have to come to that play that wasn't made.
But it goes on. It goes both. But it goes both.
I ain't heard mention of none of that.
But it goes both ways.
All on that one play.
It goes both ways. So. It goes both ways. So body threw an interception. We got possession of the ball. We retain the ball. We go down and we score. The very next possession, they get the ball back. They end up scoring again. Then we get the ball back, right? We fumble the ball, and then they score a touchdown. So what you said, it negates itself because it balances out.
Thank you.
No, it don't. The game goes exactly how it goes. And that's why I didn't even bring up the interception at first. But the game goes exactly how it goes. That play is not even being ran at the last play. They're kicking the field goal to go into overtime if he hits that You know what I'm saying? If he hits that wide open pass. So I'm saying to get
No, that's not how
if you're getting
football
blamed
works.
to the
That's
OC
not how football
for that play
works.
being
That
called.
is not how football works. That is not how
Bruh.
football
No,
works.
it works. Man,
No,
I
it
know how
doesn't.
football
No, it
works.
doesn't. That's
I'm
not
talking about you.
okay. Let me mute him because he's
I'm
rambling.
lost.
Not making sense.
I'm
right?
lost.
Let me help the slow people in the back because if you
I'm
think that's
lost.
how football works, that's not how football works. If Andrew hits the pass to score, even before half, that means that Jackson has a different mentality on how they attack the game coming out of half. So now they do things differently as well. So we don't even know if the game goes the way that it's supposed to go because now if they're in a situation where he says they score, maybe Alabama State doesn't throw the ball as much. Maybe they run the ball. The game changes based on how the score and in position works. So again, that's a horrible narrative to say that, oh my God, based off if Andrew makes this one pass, that changes the complete game. That's not how that works.
Well, he
And-
said it. Go ahead. And I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say he's saying this under the premises of like, had that one play happen and all the other plays would have still been the same.
That doesn't make any sense because that's not how football works.
So, but the thing I want to tell him is, you know how another thing that you can use to go against that is Jackson State never punted the entire game.
So who's to say we were ever going to stop them at any point in time? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. And my last point, I'll mute Wayne.
Oh, you got it.
My last point is this. After all of that, after all you talking about, Wayne, they still end up on the 1 yard line to
With a chance to
win
win.
the game.
Yes.
You can't ask for any better situation than that if you're a football guy and you're the offensive guy, you're the coach, you're on the 1 yard line to win the game and you didn't get it done. No matter what you're talking about, you're on the 1 yard line and you didn't get it done. Now I'm unmuting you, Wayne. Go ahead. That's it. That's my 2 cents, but go ahead.
You said what?
I said my points. I said all my points.
Oh no, you said you had the 1 yard, 2 yard line to win the game. No, you had the 2 yard line to kick a field goal to go to overtime.
Okay, Wayne.
I'm just saying if the game goes,
you don't
Jackson
know.
State still gonna try to score once they get the ball.
You do not know how the game goes from that point, even
Bro,
if they score. That's all
I'm saying you ain't taking this one play. I'm saying the game goes exactly like it goes.
You
Just
don't
because
know
Andrew
that.
scores a touchdown
You
doesn't
don't
mean
know
that Jackson State gonna say next time we get the ball. Jackson State still gonna.
Wayne, so you do know, right? I'm gonna go science in football. You do know for every action there's a reaction, right?
Dog.
You do know that, right? Before I say anything else, for every action, there's a reaction. So I just want you to know that even if what you're talking about happens, right? Let's say he does hit that play. You do know that the rest of the game changes, right? Every play doesn't happen like you saw it on TV. You do know that, right? Please, for all things holy, tell me yes.
No, I let him go. That was just that's got it. Like I get if somebody says the game is different if he scores. That's true.
Yes.
That's it. That's all you can say.
But even saying that's got to, you know what you're essentially what you're saying, the flow of the game is different.
It's different. Everything changes, right? But I cannot say with 100% certainty that we end up in the same position and he kicks a field goal to win the game.
I lost some brain cells.
Because again, Zoe, the defense plays differently. If they know all Andrew needs is a field goal to win, they don't sit back and prevent.
Alabama State changes what they're calling.
Come on, it all changes. It doesn't. That logic is so ill. It's just out of this world. Like,
I could have said, guess what? Well, when he threw the interception, well, if we don't fumble, we're not in the position because we go back up by 11.
No, if you don't fumble, the game's a blowout. You're not up 11, you're up 18. What are we talk about that, Wayne? You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. If we don't fumble, you haven't stopped us all game. Even if we kick a field goal, we up by 2 touchdowns. Come on, man. Like that. Come on. Anyway, 99-83 coming to you.
Okay. Just want to clear my throat. I want to ask all my fellow rattlers and all of our HBCU family, that they can sing along with the common Negro spiritual. Amazing grace. Because let's call this game what it is. It's the wake, it's the preamble before the funeral. It's over for him. Pack it up, bring your best funeral cake, bring the baked fish, the collard greens and the peas. Let's remember the good times and sing on by we buried this body, because baby, it's done for him. Him and Norvell can get a discount or 2-man in the truck. It's time for him to go. Let's call this homecoming game what it is. It is the wake before the funeral. Okay, I am done. Over with. Burnt. He's so over it. And all these new age rattlers talking about y'all booing the team, y'all too soft. Okay, back in my day, everybody get booed. You suck, you get booed. Earl Holmes got booed. Everybody get booed. Okay, if you don't produce on the field, you get booed. Sorry to all those vendors on Prairie Street. At least the streets will be packed so you can make your money. But baby, he got to go.
I'm sorry. That was too funny.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you for the call. That was too funny. Oh my goodness.
And then he, for whatever reason, he didn't come to the teleconference on Monday.
What tele?
And I'm gonna say this. I said this before, but I gotta say it again. I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. Thank God for FAMU and the 220 quarterback club. That's the greatest. That's the greatest thing ever. I wish every school had that. But man, that whoever came up with it, man, kudos to you.
Eddie
That's
Jackson.
the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, Eddie Jackson. That's why.
It's the greatest thing ever, man.
And shout out to Vaughn. He's the one that live streams it. Because none of them old heads could live stream that junk. Miss Peters, I know you called in. This one's for you, Miss Peters. We're gonna play a little cut from the SWAC album.
Cozy.
Ooh, yeah. James Cozy, you had the chance, ooh yeah, but we're stuck in the same old dance. FAMU deserves the best, the crown, but you keep letting the squad fall down. Oh, you talk the talk, but the field don't hear. We need a leader to make it clear. Every game's a heart attack. We're trying to win, but we're holding back. We need the spark, we need the fire. You can't take this higher. Oh no, no, Cozy's not the one. No, no, not the one. Time to run, time to go. FAMU's gotta shine, we know. Oh yeah, Cozy's not the one. No, now don't get mad, it's all love, see. All love, but this ain't working for FAMU's dream. Oh, we need that funk, that groove, that glide. Someone to lead with valor, pride. Your play was tired, your moves are slow. Oh no, we're missing touchdowns, where they go. The band's still jamming, but the team's in pain. We need a new captain to change the game. Cozy's not the one, no, not the one. Time to run, time to go, time to go. FAMU's gotta shine.
Hey,
That sound like a little Michael Jackson. It sound like a little Atlantic Star a little bit, and some NSYNC.
is a NSYNC. Hey, listen, and you can get all this, okay, on the SWAC album. You can find the links in the description below on Apple Podcast, on Amazon Music, and Spotify, okay? And then for the slow jams, listen, I'm a slow guy, right? So I love the slow jams. This is a slow version of Cozy.
Cozy.
Drew
It's
Hill.
not us.
It's you.
We gave you our trust,
Drew Hill.
but the love just ain't true.
just feel like we need to go in a different direction.
We came to the field with hope in our eyes, but the scoreboard don't lie, no matter the tries. We've been patient, oh, we've been kind, but this ain't the vision we had in mind. The game is on Saturday, hearts on the line, but it's hard to believe when the stars don't align. James Cozy, you're not the right one. We're looking for light, but you block out the sun. It's time to move on. This chapter is done. Oh, Cozy, you're not the right one. We bled orange and green.
Woo! Listen, I told you I'm a slow guy. I like the vibes. I like the
That sounds like something that the 100 will play to.
He said, "Slow dancing with my lady rattler right now." Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that little lizard they got out there, 'cause they ain't no snake. That mascot they got.
6660 coming to you.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
What's good?
What's going on?
All right, Mrs. O, I normally give you credit, but you're kind of pissing me off tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're talking about PV and you're kind of irking me a little bit. But before I get to PV, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
All kind of plays happen throughout the game, but if you watch the game, I pretty much think you try to be objective. You're not objective tonight, but was that holding on that touchdown pass by Morton when y'all threw it?
Which one?
Oh, y'all had several holdings. The holding when I think it was on the right side when he threw that touchdown. Y'all to go ahead.
That's funny.
I don't believe so.
Okay, you don't. Okay, all right.
I'll tell you why I don't believe so. So, unlike most people, when they see holding, because Scott and I talked about this too, because I can actually pull it up and show you. So the thing on most passing plays will really constitute a hold, really on the passing, is really going to come down to how the quarterback moves. If the quarterback is dropping straight back and throwing the ball, unless he moves when he's trying to go out of the tackle box, that's when holding really comes out. Unless a defensive tackle or a defensive end really breaks through to get close to the quarterback, meaning he's in play in question and he's resisted to get to him, that's when holding will be called. But for the most part, if the ends are stonewalled on the ends, on the edges, and the quarterback releases the ball, you're not going to get holding on those calls. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but if I pull your, I see you got this J on. If I pull your jersey down to where I see your shoulder pad, that ain't an obvious hold.
I would have to see it, but for all intents and purposes, yeah, it's a hold. It would be a hold.
I don't think that necessarily, like you said, plays can go throughout the whole game can make the game go either way.
But hold on. But hold on. I'm glad you said that. Now I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go for it.
So after we scored that touchdown, that we shouldn't have gotten because it was a hold. So if I show you 4 straight plays where a man is slung around by his neck and then dragged to the ground, almost in grabs to get the quarterback, would you call that a hold?
I would have, yes, sir.
Would you do it if it's 4 plays in a row?
I would say this. I would say the SWAC referee.
Give me what I gave you. Give me what I gave you. I asked your question.
No. I'm saying yes, you should have called it. Yes. But okay, the fact that we know the SWAC right now, they're not doing a good job. But a hold is a hold of a hold. Yeah.
Because
I'll tell you this. I'm glad they didn't call the hold, because if you call the hold, you back them up, you take more time off the clock. They probably run the ball, maybe make another pass. If you haven't been able to stop them all game, they have to score. Did they have to score touchdowns or did they could have kicked the field goal?
No, we have to score a touchdown.
You had to score a touchdown
Yeah.
to get up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you don't the more time you give them to do what they wanted to do, the more, and again, Alabama State's defense is not good. So to me, you want them to score just to give us more time to come back down the field to do what we do, right? So
Because the one thing neither Scotty or I said anything about this game was officiating, did we?
Nope, did not talk about it.
No. I just asked the question like I asked you once before when y'all played, I think Hampton or Howard, and you acknowledged that was a pull down. So you just said it was a hold. I'm good with that.
But my thing is, but I'm glad that you asked that because here's the thing. You know how people say you can call hold on every play? That's true, but it's not true. But there's context to that. And I've learned very early on, a lot of holding that's on the back end, if it's not affecting the play, even if it's holding, they're not going to call that. I understand that. I don't like it.
It depends on what's going on.
I'm telling you what's the letter of the law from officials. I'm being real right here. I don't like it, but I understand it. The letter of the law is you're supposed to call any and everything that genuinely, totally affects the play. So when I mean by in line with the quarterback, if a quarterback drops straight back to throw the ball, if he stays on his mark in his drop, if he's releasing the ball, unless the defensive end is crashing down on him to make a play on him, if it's holding then or on the tackles because they straight in front of the quarterback, unless it's a hold in that regard, outside of that, they're not going to call it. I'm just keeping it real with you. They're not going to call it outside of that. They're not.
Okay, jump the gun real quick. When Deion left or chose to leave Jackson State, was that before did y'all know before the championship game?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
we knew before Thanksgiving.
And I really hate that it came out because it's the same crap that happened with Dooley, and now this crap that's going on with Coach at PV right now. It's like I'm like, why are people bringing that information out right now when they know that these guys are about to play a big game?
I don't think Southern versus PV is a big game, but okay.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna pull a joke. I'm gonna pull a Zoe. You the same person, Scotty, who said, "Hey, you know what? Go get these major name quarterbacks," and now you're trying to backtrack on the fact that how Michael Vick is looking right now. So I don't really take what you say totally.
No,
I used to give you credit.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Come on. Don't ramble. Don't ramble. Let me.
No, he didn't backtrack on it.
No, don't ramble. Let me respond. Don't ramble. Let me respond. I like celebrities, and I'm 2 for 3. I'm actually 3 for 4. Hugh Jackson had a hell. I'm actually 3 for 4. Right? Hugh Jackson had a hell of a recruiting class.
He sure did.
Year 3. He runs the SWAC, or he at least is competing for a SWAC championship. Deshaun Jackson is doing amazing at Delaware State.
Yes.
Didn't lose a game in the SWAC. I'm 3 for 4. The only Bama that sucked is Vic. Vic absolutely sucks.
No, you're right. I think you're right. I just don't think the fact that you thought the outcome, and I don't think it was win-loss. I think you thought the outcome was going to be different with them, and it just turned out that it was.
But my question is,
you are right. Also,
my question is,
you would say you still.
I did too.
My question is how did we go from Southern and PV not being a big game to celebrity coaches? Like how did I?
No. So what I was asking, the question was when I asked Zoe earlier, and I wanted to, just an honest answer. Do you think that affect the game as far as, because I think Jackson State lost in the championship game, and I'm wondering with this happening, who knows? I think it happened earlier today, but I'm sure players know what's going on right now. Could you think that could affect the game tomorrow?
Oh, Eddie George. Yeah, Eddie George. I'm like 4 for 5. I'm like 4 for 5. And somebody said Ed Reed. That don't count.
Let's go back to PV because you told me the people with PV.
No, I'm just.
I'll say this to that point though. I think it's similar. And I look, I feel you on that. I think it's similar, but I'm gonna always say there's a different outlier when it's Prime, because you gotta go back to that point in time when the news dropped with Prime. We knew before Thanksgiving, right? Kind of like you guys are hearing things now, but it's different between hearing rumors and then knowing factually what's going to happen, and then all the things, because Prime is such a lightning rod, you know what I'm saying, as to what was going on around that time. It still can have the adverse effect, but the difference now with you at PV more so than Prime it was year 2 for Prime. And let's be honest, we were already winning. We were undefeated. And so, because you got to look at it this way. We had just when it really happened. You're talking about having Travis Hunter, no more player in the country. Just the thought of him actually coming back for year 2 in Jackson, Jackson State's going to have a crazy recruiting class. Just the thought of that happening would have been unprecedented in year 3 in Jackson. Now you do everything you can to erase that and move that. And so, it's like, okay, who's going to be parameters to who they're going to, who they're going to hire. And at that time, if you remember, it was like, hey, nobody was talking about TC. It was all about, hey, I told Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, all this unproven stuff, right? And that's why because it was more on the national scene. I don't foresee, even if this game tracks with TJ, I don't see this being played in the national spotlight. Could it affect your recruiting? Sure it can. But on Jackson State with Prime, it was all on the national level, which made it, a lot more. It was on a bigger magnitude. It's still going to affect you nonetheless. I get it. Recruits may want to be out on it, and then you got to look about, say coaching staff, things of that nature. But I don't think it's going to gain any traction unless it's a real legit offer.
Yeah, I can understand it, and I'm just not take the name out of it. I'm just talking about coach for coach and how it could affect the players on the team, because ultimately Jackson State lost the championship game. And we don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow. But what I would like to say is I would like, both of y'all, it's a process. We know who at the top of the hill, and I see the Jays on your hat. So, I give whole homage to the Jays at the top of the hill. But we still have many games. I don't believe, personally, that Prairie View has actually peaked yet. Now, what does peak mean? I actually think the quarterback could definitely play a lot better than what they're playing right now.
That's fair.
Honestly say, and I don't want to get caught in going back and forth, because you represent your school, I represent mine. I don't really think Jackson State is going to be able to play as good as it did against Alabama State. But
they didn't play well. They didn't play well.
What?
To their standard, they didn't play well, right? Like if think about how much yards they put up. Like, that's not a Jackson State defense. Like, at the end of the day, what you saw from Andrew is not normal against a Jackson State defense of 400 total yards. Like, they made the moments that needed to make. They made the impactful moments that needed to be made. But to their standard, now offensively, they'll take that every day. 4 touchdowns for Jacoby Morgan, 200 yards rushing. They'll take that every day. But defensively, that is not their standard. So to me, I don't think they like. That's why my grade for them was I think I gave y'all like a B- or like a B+, because that's not your standard defensively. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna say this to your point. I can't dispute nothing what you just said. You're right. Prairie View I can say they haven't peaked yet, right? That's a fair thing to say. But I can say the same thing about Jackson State. Jackson State haven't played a complete game yet.
Yeah. Well, all I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna give Jackson State no bulletin board material. I'm gonna let y'all do all the talking and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe that we've actually peaked yet. And
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Everybody know. I will say this. I think people need to stop saying, I'm not gonna brush Texas Southern off because that's the school my wife went to, but they got to play the same schedule we have to play. And ultimately, Alabama State, they're gonna have to play Prairie View at home. I think they play Texas Southern. Texas Southern go to Alabama State. So we'll see what happens. That's when they say every game means something, right?
They do.
We'll see if I can get my car gassed up and I can make it to the game on time. But ultimately, I'm hoping that we win. But I wish the news would not have come out tonight or today, because it could have an effect on the kids. Do we go out and play hard, or what's going on? And I see you shaking your head, Scotty, back there. And I want to also invite you, Scotty. You can always come to PV's game. If you want to come to the Alabama State game, that's going to be a good game. Hey, if you need a ticket, I can hook you up with a ticket. So we'll just see you there.
Like a ticket to fly me, or a ticket to the. I can pay for my ticket to get in the game.
Bro. You ain't going on SWAC TV. You talking about somebody flying you.
Oh yeah, you said ticket. I just want to, Prairie View Bama's. Y'all say y'all got money, so I'm just trying to figure out, what it look like. But
Hey, I do want to leave you with this one caveat though, and that is being a part of Jack State. Being amongst the program as close as I have been. I'll say this: I don't think what you heard today is going to affect the team in any shape, form, or fashion. When I was talking about affecting you, I was speaking more or less on the recruiting side. You know what I'm saying? Because it can present instability of thinking you may not be here and you're trying to recruit me. Right. But coaches can kind of get around that. But for the team themselves, I highly doubt anything today is affecting the team, even for the game tomorrow. I can assure you on that.
All right. Well, I assure if we come there, I look forward to seeing you. And if you come to PV, then I'll make sure that you have some hospitality.
Well, I can tell you now, I'll be glad to meet you in Jackson because you're coming here. If you
don't even know how to say the word. That's how you know they're not giving no hospitality. You don't even know how to say the word.
Listen, you tell Perry at the gate is still closed. His pass will not be accepted. We don't want his ass coming there at all.
Hey, just do me one favor. If for any reason I got to go to Prairie View, you my man, 50 grand. You give me some velvet taco. That's all I need.
I can take care of that, sir.
All right.
All right, appreciate the call.
Have a good.
Listen.
Have a good one.
No, he don't even know how to do hospitality. He don't even know how to say the word.
That's my spot.
Hospitable. Hospitality. I'm like, bro, it's hospitality. Okay.
I'm gonna reach out to Velvet Taco so they can sponsor us.
And you don't have it because you don't know how to say it. Prairie View, talking about if you come down to Prairie View. First of all, Bama's got 12 fans anyway. Okay, who are you tailgating with anyway? Only time y'all got fans is homecoming. Stop playing.
Any one of y'all in Texas, let me know. Velvet Taco is my spot, dog. You ever go to Texas? Go to Velvet Taco, bro.
I like Torchies. I like Torchies.
Man, Velvet Taco is the shit.
Yeah. All right, go. Let me get up out of here, man, because I use my office as the crib for the.
Well, look, you saw mine. I was free today. I was free for the post up and chill.
I give us free. All right, listen, guys, appreciate everybody for calling in. Wayne, just do better, Wayne. Just do better, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You know, I love when you call in. Just do better, man. That didn't make no type of sense. But again, let me say this, man. At the end of the day, PV, call back when y'all after the Alabama schools, right? That's when I need y'all to call back because those will probably be the two best quarterbacks you see all year. Call back in. Have the S on your chest or the P or the 12 fans, whatever you want to put on your chest. After you play the Alabama schools, then come back and holler at me and then see if we in the same predicament and see if you still got your chest all puffed out.
I tell you what, they win them two. Look, Prairie win them 2 games. Then guess what? We all got to sit here and say, guess what? We finna have us a damn good SWAC championship game.
We are. Yes, we are. Yes, Brown is out for Alabama A&M. It will be Hanley going forward, the freshman. Kid can spin it though. Kid can definitely spin it. So he's definitely going to be a top. I think A&M was the only. Well, of course they're the only one, but A&M was the only school to have 2 guys in the top 10 at quarterbacks. But now that Quad's out, it's just Hanley. But any last words?
Hey, nothing else to the games tomorrow, but I just want to add to what you just stated. And I can say this for the first time, honestly, Scotty, in a long time. If you really look at, I think quarterback play outside of starters right now, I think you got guys on these rosters that's going to be pretty decent going forward to carry this lead to some good, stable quarterback play. Lockhart at Jack State, back up over here at Alabama A&M. I'm unsure of Alabama State. Valley's quarterback is actually okay. Young kid too.
Yeah.
I think the quarterback play is looking up when we talk about next year going forward. So I just want to add that when you mentioned that about Alabama A&M quarterback.
Damn, Beck threw 4 interceptions today. That God though.
Miami, I just saw they said Miami lost.
Jesus Christ, to Louisville.
Wow.
Zoe, before I go, yes or no, does Andrew Body need to stay at Alabama State next year?
No, sir.
No, so no for me as well. We'll talk about it next week. Make sure y'all tune back in. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'ma holla. God bless. You a free man. Enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah.